Two incredible teams lining up for that tournament. One in Challenger League only a few months ago. The other. We will go down under and bring you all the details of that. And of course, Year 4 is about to begin. So the first thing we will do today, please welcome our incredible panel from Ubisoft to tell us all about the plans for Year 4.
Welcome to Day 3. What's up, everyone? My name is Justin Kruger, community developer on Rainbow Six Siege, and right now, we are about to break down all the details that you need to know for the upcoming year, our Year 4. Are you guys ready to see the roadmap? Are you guys ready to learn about the balancing changes, the map reworks, and all of the content that we're introducing in Year 4? Well, without further ado, let's take a look at the Year 4 Dev Diary.
Ce qu'on espère tous, des joueurs jusqu'à nous en tout cas, c'est d'agir différemment, d'avoir un meilleur jeu, de pouvoir avoir un jeu en...
There are different cells: event cell, operator cells, a cell about player behavior and handling toxicity, and a playlist cell. The roadmap, the operations are going to cover still the 8 operators, your classic elements that you expect in a season, but more rework. We're putting a dedicated team that's all about the maps and balancing the maps. Work on the choke points, work on the layouts that needs fixing is going to be one of the missions.
Pour cette année 4, on va changer la formule. Une nouvelle map et 3 reworks. Améliorer des choses, redonner un cycle de vie aux maps, redonner une nouvelle dynamique.
Le jeu, il est important qu'il soit toujours en recherche de nouveautés. L'événement allie le parfait mélange entre la légèreté d'un événement et en même temps pour moi une phase d'exploration. Donc année 4, nous allons commencer à tabler sur des gameplays, des mécaniques, nous avons envie de tester, voir les réactions du public, etc. C'est un gage d'avenir aussi pour Siege.
We now have a full production team dedicated to doing that 100% of the time, shipping operator reworks and tweaking the game. We're going to be reworking Lion, Glaz, Ying, Dokebi, Capitao, and that's just the beginning. Many more are to come, we just can't announce them yet.
In the past months, we've set up a cell dedicated to player behavior. That cell will be looking 360 at toxicity, team kill, living, all of the negative and positive behavior. They're now going to be tackling the most important feature the game is going to be seeing, that is handling team kill. So I'm extremely happy to announce that in Season 1 we'll be seeing in the TTS the first prototype playable by all of the people in test server of the reverse friendly fire, which is a feature that's going to punish players that are trying to perform a team kill. This is going to be tremendously changing how you interact with the game and the rest of your players without disrupting the tension and the lethality of the game.
Un jeu multiplayer, c'est massivement des gens qui se déplacent à travers un jeu. Quel est le parcours que je choisis? Est-ce que je vais en casual, est-ce que je vais en ranked ou une autre playlist? Il était important pour nous d'avoir une unité, une brigade qui gère les flots de tous ces joueurs-là. Ces joueurs-là, ils sont différents. Ils sont débutants, ils ont 3 minutes de jeu, comme ils sont pros, ils ont des milliers d'heures de jeu au compteur. Toutes ces populations, on doit les adresser. On ne peut pas les adresser avec égalité. Donc nous avons bâti une cellule qui est dédiée à la régulation de tous ces flots.
The philosophy of the newcomer playlist is really to offer new players a controlled environment, a safer one, where they can focus on learning the core mechanics of Siege and have less amount of content to learn, so smaller amount of maps, just 3 maps, and only 1 game mode, the bomb game mode. Several things are going to change as well for the casual players. The first one is the long-awaited reduction of the action phase timer, which is going from 4 minutes to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And there are 2 other aspects that are really important. Attackers are going to be able to choose their spawn point freely, like they already do in the ranked playlist. and defenders will be informed of which sides are going to defend, which will allow them to select an operator that is adapted to the sides they're going to defend.
We have been dreaming about that moment when we can remove the beta tag in ranked. In the first half of the year, that beta tag will be removed. The playlist initiative and cell is hard at working on introducing pick and ban as the main game mode for ranked, starting season 2 of year 4. Finally, we're like so glad that we can bring that awesome piece of gameplay, of tactic, of choice that pick and ban is in ranked.
So it's a bit interesting that the SI mode will be applied next season, not this upcoming season. That's what I understand actually. So okay, never mind. Just listen more.
For the first time in November and back in Montreal for 6 Invitational 2020.
2019, quatrième année, beaucoup de transformations que l'on fait sur nous. Il y a une forme de continuité, quatrième année, et en même temps de début assez fort. En fait, je vis cette année, ce 2019, avec énormément d'excitation. J'ai une fin incroyable de ces transformations que l'on fait et des résultats qui vont donner à notre jeu et à notre communauté.
Wow, interesting. Can't wait for the new update, but first of all, the TTS. 1 week after tomorrow, it will be released. It's on PC only, so gonna try it out, auntie.
Present you brand director Alex Remy, realization director or whatever you are, Kid Grand. I'm sorry about that. And presentation director Alexander Karpazis. I'm surrounded by directors. That's why I got tripped up on that. But Alex, I want to turn to you first. There's a lot in that video. There's a lot in year 4. But let's take a quick look back at year 3, the year that was. It was a year of experimentation. It was the first time we ever had an event with Outbreak and the Madhouse event. And right now, we're having an event right now with the 6 Invitational event. First year, we had a rework. A lot of firsts for us. So what did year 3 mean for you and the dev team, and what learnings did we take from it?
You said it, Justin. It was year 3, a year where we experimented, tested things, the rework, the events, for instance, and the learnings that we got from there. Like, this is clearly stuff that we want to grow stronger in year 4. Year 4 for us, it's a year where we are introducing many changes, as we mentioned in the video, about how we function as a dev team, how we operate, building the content, and even how we are organizing ourselves.
So not only evolving the game, but evolving how we work on the game.
Very much. I mean, there's been a realization up until year 3, and that team has been growing a lot, delivering a lot of content, that also there's a lot of dreams, wishes that we could not deliver until then. So restructuring the team, reorganizing ourselves and the way we do content allows us now to select key topics, the one that you saw in the video, like player behavior, like playlist and others, and have those dedicated teams actually deliver during that year on those specific areas.
So it'll be quite interesting next season, not this upcoming season, because I think they're still working on it. But yeah, there'll be a lot of changes, I'm sure.
So why don't you break us down what we're seeing in year 4?
Year 4, we're starting obviously with Burnt Horizons, which is our first season.
I'll be right back, guys.
All of the details are going to be revealed in another panel, but we also have obviously our 3 classic seasons afterwards. So 3 seasons, each season follow the same sort of structure that we've had in the past with 2 operators and a rework each time. Operators, as you can see in the roadmap, this time we're going to be meeting new characters from way more different nationalities, total 7 different nationalities, traveling from the US Secret Services in Season 2 and Denmark, with a pretty exciting female operator that's going to be there. Then we're going to go to Mexico and Peru for the first time in South America after Brazil and Central America, and finishing Season 4 with Kenya and India. And I'm pretty excited about that season as well, because it's going to be a very interesting one.
Super interesting. As we saw yesterday during the Universe panel, we're shifting more towards the characters, the backstories, where these people are and who they are, really, where they're from and who they are. So that's going to be really interesting as we move forward. Obviously, another thing, a big thing on that was the reworks. We're going to be touching on that in just a moment.
Yeah, a point about the rework is this is very important for us when now that we're reaching a certain level of content and maps available, that we are taking care of that content. The game is growing, the community is growing, obviously, and we have to cater to that content, make sure that it's even better than it is, and that this is really one of the objectives that we're setting this year, of taking care of the operator with balancing as well as the map with the map reworks.
I think it's a really important thing as we move forward into year 4. We're constantly adding more content, but we already have.
I love that chibi. You see those things on the table? Ada patung kecil-kecil tu, the small toys. I really want to have those things.
Of Siege is learning, you know, getting access to those operators. In year 4, we're going to cross 50 operators. So how are we making it easier for players to unlock those DLC operators?
We've mentioned it about 2 years ago. I believe it was the first SI that our dream is to deliver the game up to 100 operators. That's our wish, that's our journey, ambition, and this is what we're gonna do. And indeed,
50 operator, 50 operator, goodness.
Content. Every new player, engaged player that is now in the game has a form of almost a wall to grind, if you will, with all of those operators. So we are introducing what we call the operator lifecycle, which is a way to make every of our post-launch operators much more accessible.
So yeah, this operation life cycle, you can see how much you know when we can buy them in US dollar. The old one's gonna get cheaper. Yeah, I think the first year it's only $2 US. The second year, third year, and the fourth years is a bit expensive, but $5, not bad, right?
Season by season. So starting year 4, season 1, you'll start seeing those price decreases.
Absolutely, this is starting now, and a big push from us has been about the accessibility on the game. We've revealed the new SKUs about a week ago, where also we're making sure that the operators, which are the most critical parts of gameplay that you need to access and learn in the game, are getting more accessible. And it's also true with the operator lifecycle. For every engaged player, we're gonna make the gameplay much more accessible.
Gameplay much more accessible, and going back to the roadmap, there's one other thing that I wanted to touch on here, the events. We're introducing more and more events this year. What's the thought process behind that?
But there's two main elements when we looked at events that we indeed introduced as sort of experiments last year. Is one, obviously, it does create a rendezvous or a moment for the community to actually play and rediscover in a fresh mode or fresh modality the game. And at the same time, for us, this is a space where we can actually innovate and almost do some R&D, if you will. Because the game is so tight, like when you do play Rainbow Six, it follows very strict gameplay rules, certain level of complexity, and we need some spaces where we can actually experiment, develop new form of experience, and see where that leads. This is why next year we're gonna have an event per season that can come into the spectrum between something offset and a little bit funny like the Halloween one, or something much more serious like Road to SI.
Yeah, and these events allow us to experiment and make sure that the game is in a healthy place. And you know, going back to year 3, one of the big things that we utilized to make sure the game was healthy was the test server. And so how are the test servers changing in year 4?
In year 4 and starting season 2, actually, we're gonna be making the test servers from 2 weeks to 3 weeks before we introduce the live season. That extra week, thank you. Operation Health guy here. That extra week allows us to actually get more feedback, see how the content is actually reacting on the live environment with the massive amount of people, and react better in case of regression. So the objective is always the same. Make sure that when the content hit all of the platforms and all of the content platforms at the same time, it is healthier and better.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see the memes from that one, Alex. It's gonna be good on Reddit. Now, let's go into the map reworks. Alexander Karpazis, let's bring you in here. Let's talk about these reworks, because that's the big thing on the roadmap. Let's talk about the first rework we saw in Hereford Base and how these reworks are different or similar to that one.
Right, so we're actually redefining what we consider a rework now after learning so much from Hereford. Hereford was a giant top to bottom change with the art, with the layout, and now we're looking at the maps in our roster. We're over 20 maps now, taking care of those and not changing the things that work, but changing the things that don't. And we're using data, we're using feedback from the community to make those changes.
All right, and as we saw, we got a little glimpse of these changes to come, but what maps are we changing and how are we changing them?
All right, so starting with Season 2, we have a rework of Cafe. Then Season 3, we have a rework of Canal. And then finally, Season 4.
Whoa, Cafe de Sotoski is back, guys. Whoa. I love that map. I love that map. Yes. The first map, I love them. A rework that would be really great.
Alright, so everybody got that little sneak peek and we'll roll the video right now. We're expanding the second floor now so that you can approach objectives and have a little bit more space to play with.
Look at that. I love this map.
On the defending side, even Skylight is getting blocked a little so that it's a little bit safer to move around on that floor. Yeah, absolutely.
Our fans are really liking that one.
They love it.
Yeah, nice. It's really nice.
Another big change that we're making is moving the staircase on that bottom floor.
Oh my goodness. It's totally different now.
It just helps people move a lot. It was a lot of dead space. People weren't using that staircase, so moving
Oh, I can't wait for next season.
really helps out the map.
What about that pesky bomb site? The one we all know about.
Are you talking about the bakery one?
Yes, sir.
We've moved it.
Oh boy.
No more main entrance bomb site. That's really good.
So you have two sites in the kitchen now that you defend. It helps out the defenders a lot because it was such an insecure spot. And we've introduced a new objective as well to the map.
Ooh, a lot of changes. So you'll be able to see that down the line. That's going to be really interesting. We haven't shown all the details about that rework to Cafe.
But too bad it's not this upcoming, not upcoming, what do you call it? Update, but next season. Season 2 and Season 3. So 2 more updates.
Buildings, and you get a lot of that firefight in between the two. And it was always
Look at the new canal.
to the other. So
And yeah, I wish they changed this long time ago.
tunnel underneath as well.
Nice. There's a tunnel now. Wow. And yeah, the hallway.
Choke points like these hallways that we're opening up
Sweet.
opportunities for the attackers.
Oh my goodness.
Just redefining the space a little bit more so it's not as claustrophobic.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing is that it's a lot about navigation, a lot about those angles, a lot about those choke points, taking away all the things that are frustrating about these maps, but keeping the good things.
That's it.
Really interesting update coming soon. Well, not so soon. In 3 and 6 months time.
About theme park, don't they? Yeah.
Theme park is next. Nobody, I don't think now everyone like this map.
Keeping things that worked like on the first floor, Drug Lab was great, but then you get the maze that's happening to the side with gargoyles, so we want to kind of streamline that a little bit more and balance the lighting. Right now, Theme Park is a map that's super dark in some places, super bright in some places, so kind of averaging it out so that it's easier for players to recognize what's happening. And then on the second floor, we're actually taking a look at that connecting hallway where you have the train cars. It's very hard to flush out defenders. There's so many hiding spots. And we're also going to be taking a look at the twin staircase there too.
Yeah, this is really exciting because this is the first time we've ever shown a year 4 season 4 map tease in a year 4 panel, which is really cool to see. So you get a full look at all the stuff that we're working on, and I mean that's not even all the stuff. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what we're working on. And you know, when we look at these maps, they're always going to be iterative upon. And I think one of the things that we normally look at when we look at balancing is operators. And that's why I like to bring in Kit Grand, I'm sorry, realization designer, not you may have seen him walking around as Vigil, or maybe you haven't seen him walking around as Vigil, if you're holding a camera. But Kit, tell us a little bit about what your balancing team has been doing. Last year we introduced the Balance Cell What have you guys been doing over the past year?
So as of December, the balancing cell has grown substantially. We've got now members from the whole dev team, right from code, design, research, all the way through to audio and art. And it's going to be a great year for year 4 for balancing because we're dedicated and that whole team is entirely...
Look at this guy, he looks so cool.
Video a little glimpse at some of the operators. And we can't talk about balancing without talking about the 800-pound lion in the room.
Okay,
so let's talk about lion. What are we doing to improve lion in year 4?
Right, so with lion, the first thing we're doing...
Finally a rework on lion. It's been so long.
The next big thing is the time. He's being halved. It was 7 seconds, 3 seconds of countdown, and then 4 seconds of effective time. Now it's going to be 1.5 to 2, and then 2 seconds of actually scanning. These 2 changes, we're confident, will take him to a place where he's still lion, but he's not an operator that's going to help you kill people. He's an operator who's going to assist in gaining intel, and that's pretty much it. He will tell you someone's above.
Yeah, he's moving into a role that's more that he was designed to be, that intel operator, and less that really frustrating kind of operator where you get killed and you feel frustrated by it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. Really big change to Lion. Another little hint that we saw was at Glaz. What's happening with Glaz in year 4?
So Glaz, another unintended behavior happened with him. He became very strong pusher on site. He became a bit too good in close quarters. So what we've done is we've linked his IR scope to his movement. Now that means that you can, if you want to, go slower, push, and you can still gain that advantage of seeing through smoke and getting the yellow highlight. But it means that it's a lot more of a skill game. It's less of a everyone can do it pretty easily. The other thing that we did with this that is going to be very important is...
What do you mean rank top player? Tak tahu. Bukan plat 1 bukan diamond Apa dia? I didn't know. Please do share.
He gets you and you don't know where from.
So he's more of that classic sniper role instead of the entry fragger.
Exactly. No more entry fragging Glaz.
No more entry fragging Glaz. I think our fans are going to really love that. So that's a really cool look at some of the design changes that are coming to Glaz and Lion coming in the first half of year 4. Now let's talk about a secondary gadget that doesn't usually get a lot of love. We haven't changed this since the launch of this season.
Sure, no worries, bro.
How is that changing?
I'm just excited with all the changes, map and everything. It's gonna be awesome.
This one is we realized the problems with it, which is placement is frustrating, and you've got these tiny gaps between doors. You've got these tiny gaps that you can be seen through. And what we wanted to do is make it more comfortable to position and make it more like you can actually play the game. There's something happening behind the shield, but before you couldn't see it, you couldn't interact with it, and now you're going to have those small slits that you can...
Look at that! No more gap! No more gap!
So those small slits, they're bulletproof glass, they're mirrors, and basically that will allow Glaz to no longer...
Okay, I'll check out the link later.
Also, those windows will allow the person behind the shield to see what's happening in front of them and make a move, because before maybe you weren't sure what was there.
Yeah, and just to be clear, you can't shoot through those slits. Yeah.
No shooting.
They're just there for visuals.
Yeah.
And gathering intel. This really becomes more of an intel gathering tool than anything. Yeah.
It's an intel gathering tool, and it's also going to have an impact, right? You see one of these, and
Look at that, dia punya shield sekarang dah boleh shoot through the shield. That's gonna be like
all the destruction mechanics
really helpful.
is going to be destroyed by grenades, ash charges, all these things, which means that it's still the shield you know and love, but it's got a little...
No, bukan ni operator. This is a rework. Hi, Dev. No, this is just a rework. So, semua update this coming year 4. Macam map nanti, season 2. Not this season, this coming season. Next, season 2 and season 3, there will be a rework on 3 maps. Cafe, Canal dengan Timpa. So you can watch balik nanti. So they will do a rework macam dia orang buat apa nama tu? Hereford base. So they will change the map.
When you're in range of the mute jammer, which will allow defenders to
Oh yeah, just now it's a new operator, tapi tu baru dia orang punya apa? Tryouts ah. Later after this they will reveal the operator.
when you walk into them. So you can see here, it's gone. It's a cleanse.
Hi Sedef, welcome to the stream.
Debuff and walking into a mute jammer cleanses you.
Exactly. It's going to mean that Mute has much more potential for placing his jammers in not just reinforced walls or drone holes. It's more flexible.
Yeah, another thing, we changed the timing of it as well.
Yeah, so this one's great. After 18 seconds, the time that we've worked with pro players in pro player feedback to fine-tune, the hang-up will happen automatically after 18 seconds. So you'll still get the advantage of Takaibi being able to...
Afif, minggu depan kita boleh main TTS ah. New operator, early access bro.
To make it a reliable option and be annoying, but then after 18 seconds it
Yeah, so if you're, if you're in a firefight, you can ignore it and you won't need to deal with it.
Yeah, if you're running out of time in the map, as we've seen, you know, it might just run out.
Exactly.
Yeah, on its own. All right. So that is a look at two operators getting an interesting change in Year 4 Season 1.
Yep.
But there's another one that we hinted at.
Yeah.
Capital.
So this one's a big one for us.
Now Capital.
It's being worked on.
Dia punya api rasa dah makin besar. Dia punya area burning tu. See, it can kill. Now it can really kill. Dulu tu macam apa? Susah nak kill lah dengan Capital. But now I think people gonna use Capital much more.
It will propagate into the area it should do, but also on top of that, we've reduced the damage, so it's less of a frag grenade and it's much more of a area denial.
Beli kredit Wave, beli kredit je. Kau tahu, ada website tempat beli murah tau, kredit. Tak sama dengan harga dekat Steam. If you want, nanti I'll let you know.
Now let's take a look at another secondary gadget that's going to be getting a little bit of a change. The breach charge. We haven't changed the breach charge since launch. So what are we doing to this?
Yet again, an iconic and underused. So this one we've reduced the animation time, so it's going to deploy much quicker. It's going to be much safer to use. And then on top of that, we've tweaked the damage. So the damage fall off before was very intense, close up, and it was quite big. What we've done is on the attacker side, we've reduced that so that you'll be safer to use it, less killing yourself. And on the defender side,
Thank you, kid.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I've killed myself many times with breach charges.
Yeah.
It's going to be useful.
So what we did on the...
Now kalau kita pakai breacher tu, dan meletup dekat kita tak mati tau. Habis-habis injet je sebab dia punya damage is 50. Tapi kalau kena attacker, definitely gonna kill them. Because the damage from 150 on defender punya side.
One of the things that our community has been talking about over the past for a few months has been lean spam.
Right.
So what are we doing to...
Beli tu lah black market punya credit tu.
What we've done is you can see the videos. We've taken a first pass at it, lots of maths. This is the current one, and this isn't what we want. So instead, this is what we have now. No? Okay. There we go. So, no more flapping heads. No more flapping heads.
Obviously, I want to reiterate that this is a first fix.
First iteration.
First iteration.
We're working on other things along the lines of crouch spam and lean spam as well. Let's see what happens with it.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
So you will be able to see all these, or all those changes in the Year 4 Season 1 test server starting tomorrow. We've already gotten good feedback on the lean spam, but we want more.
Tak payah tukar. Kau beli kredit tu, nanti aku bagilah kau punya dia punya link dekat kau. You check lah if you want to buy from them. And you can use that credit to buy your operator. It's really good. It's really cheap. Sebab new season ni kan, open, they'll be sell for operator lama-lama, dia will kurangkan dia harga. So jangan beli dulu.
You'll see them all in the patch notes tomorrow. Now, Alex, let's talk about how we're making this game easier for newcomers to enter the game. We saw the newcomer playlist in the video. Tell us a little bit about more how this works and what are the rules behind it.
Sure. So newcomer playlist is us trying to make it easier for players to get into Siege. It's a very, very complicated game, and so first contact is very important.
Welcome to the stream.
Creating a playlist dedicated to players with
So now people who really want to learn the game, ada tutorial dia, senang sikit.
other people of the same.
Oh, ada newcomer punya mode. That's really nice.
At the same time, we're making it so that the rules match a lot more what they'll see in ranked. So it's bomb only, and you only have 3 maps, and these maps you'll also see in ranked as well. And this helps prepare players to make that jump from the new
dia punya map dah kantoi dah tadi nampak.
To onboard new players as soon as you pick up the game. It's a little intimidating, you have those situations, but this will make it a little bit easier for them to navigate. Another thing we're changing with the preparation phase are the spawn points and bombs.
That's right. So when you're jumping in as an attacker,
Bapak kau nak main. Tu ni kamera tu.
together so that you can approach the objective together. And when you're a defender, you'll be shown what bomb site you'll
I can teach kids to play, you know.
Now, how do these changes impact casual? We saw in the video.
Aku rasa aku belum 50 lagi.
Yeah, so it's important to note that newcomers can still play casual if they want, if they have those friends that are higher level than 50, so they can jump in there. For casual, we're reducing the action time to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Yes, yes. And we're also changing
Buat new account lah. Senang sikit.
where you want to spawn as an attacker. And again, we're showing what spawn point you'll be as a defender.
So bringing it a little bit closer to what we see in ranked.
That's right.
And speaking of ranked, there's a lot of changes happening with ranked. What's happening with ranked, Alex? Tell us. So, what about that pesky beta tag?
Year 4, 2019, no more beta tag. Let's go. And it all starts with pick and ban. We heard that a lot of people liked it in the road to SI. Yep. Yes. So we'll be changing it and bringing it into the ranked playlist now.
Yeah, obviously such a requested feature in rank. We see it all weekend long at the segmentation.
Tu lah biasalah trolling.
And now we're finally
Mesti ada.
more information will be presented when it comes out officially, but this is pretty exciting.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. And also
Banyak update rasanya this year 4 season 1 banyak sangat update. In coming 3 season, starting season 2, 3, diorang banyak update. Season 1 ni tak banyak sangat. So all this update tak semua diorang buat next 2 weeks. Nanti. But ni dia punya reveal sikit-sikit.
How you're performing, what you need to make that jump to platinum, which I think we're all.
yeah, we're all
Oh, yang ni kau tunjuk aku tadi Dia punya ranking ni. Platinum 3.
Bit of a history as well on your previous season, so you can
Diamond. Tu diamond.
if you move on to the skill tab, you can see kind of the entire population
Oh, that one is diamond.
ranked and where you
Tu diamond yang paling tinggi kan?
and we also have the maps tab where you can see all the maps in rotation, which ones are being added and which ones are being removed for that season.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really useful tool in the game client itself. All this information was only ever posted on social media or on the website, so now you can load up your game and see exactly all the information that you need to know.
That's right. It's our big jump, making sure that it's a little bit more transparent what's happening with ranked.
Yeah, now also earlier we mentioned that we're going to be crossing the 50 operator threshold in year 4, which is really exciting, Alex. But what does that mean to the menu system for the operators?
It means we're running out of room in our operator album. So we have to make more room, and this is the new operator album that we'll be releasing second half of year 4, and it starts with the landing page when you hit the operator.
There you go.
Get a split between attackers and defenders.
Oh, new map nanti. Next update. Ada attacker page dengan defender punya page. Sebab dah makin ramai dah. So slot makin kecil. Tengok. So defender dia buat satu tempat. Dan attacker kena buat satu tempat. Kau tak campur lagi.
And this is kind of like your go-to place now to customize your loadout.
I see you play Ella and Sophia mains.
Yes, my favorite.
Your favorite. All right, so that's a look at some really cool stuff. Player comfort, quality of life changes coming to the game. And now one thing mentioned and showed in that video was the reversed friendly fire. And you know, I mean, we've been doing a lot of things where
Wow, there's a reverse friendly fire. Apa tu Interesting.
you know, a lot of these things that we're working on in terms of player behavior, but we haven't really addressed team killing in a meaningful way. So tell us and break down what's happening with reverse friendly fire.
Right. So we've been working on this for a while now. If you check out the video, what happens when you kill a friend is you'll actually be sanctioned. So you'll get a warning for dealing damage to a friendly teammate, and then once you get sanctioned, any damage you do will be reversed onto you.
Yeah, and there you can see clearly there's an indicator that this is
Wow. Wow. Susah team kill boy. Susah team kill ni. Team kill kita yang keluar. Kita yang mati ni.
We're making sure that it doesn't affect other people's games.
Right, and I think it's important to note that this is still just one iteration. It's going to hit the test server. We want your feedback. We want to test this over and over again.
Yeah, come on, Fifth. Main TTS nanti Kau dah download kan TTS?
With more down the line in terms of a forgive system as well.
Yeah. Alex, in terms of player behavior moving forward, we saw the player behavior cell. You know, what is the priorities of this cell, and why are we putting importance on toxicity and player behavior?
With the game hitting now 45 million unique players,
Gila lah, aku suka dia punya baju tengok tu. Yang baju hitam tu. Nice.
experimenting and experiencing. So clearly, that cell starting with reverse friendly fire.
Alah, dia download lah, minggu depan boleh main TTS. Download then update boleh main awal operator tu. And new map.
When we introduced Battle Light 2 years ago, it's really like taking down toxicity.
Budak ni muka dia macam Jurgen Klopp lah, Liverpool. Kan?
The game with other features that we can't say more for the moment.
We have a lot being worked on, and you know, we're taking this subject very seriously. We see your tweets, we see your messages online, and I just like to say to our community that, you know,
Betul lah, sebiji macam Jurgen Klopp tu.
fellow players, it is never okay to discriminate against someone because of their race, their gender.
Oh, this is the banning system. About you know, racist semua tu. Kita ada yang kutuk-kutuk orang racist semua tu kan. Sexism.
The evolution of esports moving forward, Alex, we introduced this new esports system and program a few last year, and it's been working pretty well for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Year 3 has been a year of quite drastic changes when it comes to esport. Two main ones, restructuring the league from 3 months to 6 months, where now every team gets to play against each other every week, and at the same time changing match format with the introduction of pick and ban, and now and soon everyone will get a chance to play. Those two changes have been obviously sort of disruptive. At the same time, they are positive but disruptive. So year 4 is going to be a year where for esports we're going to be consolidating on those great additions. So year 4 roadmap is a roadmap that will look similar to what you guys have seen and witnessed for the past year. So that's 2 main seasons of 6 months, as well as 4 main events. 2 Pro League finals. The next one in May being in Italy, Milan. And we're going to go in August for the first time. The major is going to North America.
Tu semua berlambak lah. Tak ada store. Ni bawah. Ada atas lagi. So ni gelap, aku malas buka lampu.
And watching us will be happy to know that the Pro League finals in November will be in Asia. Considering how the scene has been growing and competing at that level all through the past months, it's incredible to bring Rainbow Six there for the first time. And finally, 2020, we're back in Montreal for Six Invitational.
We hope to see everybody here next year at the Six Invitational, but of course, APAC had a really strong showing. It was really great to see. And our first event after this is going to be Milan. But before we get to that, I just want to show, we saw a few new additions to the minors. So what's happening? What are we adding to the minor leagues there?
Yep, minor are those small.
Aku rasa kalau kau tengok video aku punya gaming setup, kau boleh nampak almost semua lah, tak semua. I think sikit je. I think you can scroll my other video, my PC setup. Rasa aku ada gambar sikit.
Other partners and other collaborators are taking and exposing the game elsewhere is a pretty good, healthy sign of how the game is growing overall.
So an evolution of our esports scene from the bottom up. Anybody that wants to compete can compete.
Sorry, aku buat kerja tadi yang aku keluar tu.
Let's take a quick look at the Milan trailer from our Ubisoft Italian people, and let's check that out.
Yang dulu kes apa ni? Operator. Tu operator kan? Ada nyamuk ah. Mana datang nyamuk ni? Ni operator. I mean the operator ni dia bukan macam Mona Lisa lah kononnya.
I love that trailer so much. It's so beautiful. Yes. So we hope to see you in May. But before we move on, Alex, there is one last update that we have, and that is regarding the prize pool for this event.
Indeed, Justin, I'm particularly glad to announce now that we have passed the $2.5 million of the...
Gila, dia punya price is $2 million.
$2 million on the screen. We have put a cap on that
$2 million for champion.
is $2 million, the largest prize pool ever for Rainbow Six.
Wow. Kaya doh. Tim menang.
Every dollar above 2 million, so those 500 and more, because the event is still on, are going to be redistributed to the prize pool money of the whole year. All of the different programs that we want to push, like Challenger League, for example, and others, where we want to put some more love and investment. That's how we're going to be using that extra prize pool.
Really investing in the long term of Rainbow Six Esports, investing in the long term of Rainbow Six the game, and that is your look at year 4. It's going to be an amazing year with everything that we've covered, the operator balancing, the map reworks, the TTS revamp, the events, all these things coming together to make an amazing year 4.
I haven't gambar my new setup because I changed my new setup because I'm waiting for one of my monitor baru nak sampai, belum lagi. So I will take off one of the monitor and tukar dengan the new one. So there'll be a new change of setup. But nanti when it's done, I will do a video, simple video, and I'll post it. Okay?
Thank you to everybody from Ubisoft. We're looking forward to year 4. But before that, we need to have a little bit of fun on this stage with some players who worked so hard to get to Montreal.
Ni All-Star game tak silap. Ada All-Star punya game.
What they can do. It's time for our All-Stars match, ladies and gentlemen.
Kau rasa siapa main? Monitor 144. It's MSI MAG 271C. 27 inch.
Space Station Gaming.
Hai Ube. Kau dah tutup PS4 dah. Come on. Lepak sini Ube. I think this is first time ada All-Star game now. Before this tournament tak ada. This is the first time. Like really interesting. Nice. All-Star East, West East. Oh, ni all the team. Ni Ni all the yang masuk Six Invitation. So ada tu yang Nora Rengo. Ube minat gila tu. Ni Aiman minat tau. Yang pengkit tu. Mana berbuli mesti tengok ni. Yeah, all the best players in Siege. Even the coach.
Let's have a little bit of a chat, guys. Come over and stand next to me. East, come and join me in the middle. We'll get you out as well. Come here, guys. Fox, come here with me. Come here, Fox. I haven't had a chance to see you very much this tournament. Come up front with me, Fox. Fox, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't fight the other team just yet. We'll give you a game to do that one. East, come here. Fox, you had a fun tournament. You got pretty close to that hammer. What do you want to say to all the fans who've been supporting Team Reciprocity?
Thank you guys for all the love. We saw all of your kind messages online. Sorry we couldn't bring it home for NA, but hopefully someone else other than G2 wins, so.
He don't like G2. Dia nak orang lain menang.
A West team representing our North America and Latin America regions. Everything come together, deep strats into the night, counter stratting, all of those important details.
No, we're all gonna run Ash.
That's All Stars West. All Stars East! Red, come and join me. Well, we had to, didn't we, ladies and gentlemen, if we're gonna have a coach for All Stars East. So, the most important thing we need to know, how have the pre-match dancing meetings gone?
A practice dance backstage.
Practice dance backstage?
Dia run a practice dance.
We only need to see this, don't we, Colin? Can we get a little taste, or is it all just going to happen behind the booth?
試合前に見せてくれますか？それとも試合中にですか？
Just a little bit, yeah. We don't want to blow any straps or give anything away.
Before match.
Before match.
Before match. Before match.
I've just given him extra prep time. That was not planned.
Sorry, kuat sangat.
Nobody gets anything right now. There's nothing. Walker, you won't let me down. Walker, come on. Oh, it's not Nora Rengo anymore, so we can't do that.
Aku kena on off mic, so aku dah guna headset, so aku guna mic dengan speaker, so takut double. Dia punya dance oh.
Super dance.
From the super relaxed, as we know, you guys are done for. Ranger, how are you going to cope with that as a coach?
I don't know if you can deal with that.
We get it. Here it comes. West versus East. Ladies and gentlemen, these incredible pros, give them all the support you've got. Take your places, guys. Good luck, everybody.
My boy Super Saiyan!
Então fala, estamos ao vivo! Isso aí, uma boa tarde a todos, sejam todos bem-vindos, começando então a transmissão.
Benda dia cakap ni.
Do All Stars, do Six Invitation, fala Guizão, tudo bom?
Boa tarde, Kepão, boa tarde, galera, sejam bem-vindos ao que vai ser o All Stars e com o Kizoko ali atrás. Vai ser um show à parte, com certeza. Mas vai,
Ah, Nora Rengo. Itu yang yang seorang tu macam apa? Yang macam perempuan tu yang Eman minat tu. Dia ingat perempuan tu.
Soft tá assistindo Carga Explosiva. Muita coisa a gente falou ali, ó. Meli tá aqui com a gente. Ó, vem aí, Meli, tá ou não tá?
Falou ou não falou? Vai falar.
Falou. A gente falou tudo isso, mentira. Eles trouxeram mais ainda do que a gente imaginava. Mas é muito bacana ver que a Ubisoft não está querendo só lançar coisas novas, mas também melhorar as coisas que já tem. Já visto os mapas, né, que não vão ser mais lançados agora, vão só ser rework. Os operadores também com vários reworks. Estou muito animado, pick and ban agora para todo lado. Agora a gente pode botar o...
Se aproximando muito mais do que o que acontece no lado competitivo, né, Guizão? A gente tinha essa parede entre principalmente as rankeds e o que acontece no mundo competitivo.
E a lista Nilba?
A lista, pra mim, na verdade.
Então, a lista Nilba é maravilhoso. Pra quem acha que Nilba é uma ofensa, ele vem justamente de novato, a palavra lá atrás, onde não era uma ofensa isso. Hoje em dia tudo bem. Mas é justamente pra quem tá começando no game, não tem ainda no...
Asked us to actually dig into details here, but
good luck with that.
I think I'm gonna have to solo this again.
I feel like Rangers made a plan where everyone tries to run in and do the weirdest stuff that they could possibly come up with.
Here's the thing, though. Rangers' plans, if you haven't watched Invitational so far, they haven't really worked out too well. I'm sorry to say that, but...
And he's not Super Saiyan either.
Very true.
Okay, wait. Voice okay.
Can we make an anime of...
Yeah, okay, wait. Voice okay.
What would we do?
Dance people to death?
Yeah, another global ability.
Tu ESL punya, rasa ESL punya headphone. Tak, tu ESL punya headphone official. E-sport punya. Tak tahu brand apa.
Ash not having her ACOG anymore, I guess Bikini's now happy.
All the poor Gigamans and Smoke when he lost his ACOG, and now it's Ash.
Oh, German man, no ACOG.
There's still the G36. You can still squeeze an ACOG.
Actually, just a serious note, I know. I was talking to Rampy yesterday, and he's like, I might actually run the G36 now and try it out. So guess what? The greatest Ash main in NA right now is saying that maybe people...
Ya, yang plug in tu kan?
Just run a map like Ash instead.
Actually, yeah, it's very true. Maverick's probably going to be the big deal for this one. Yeah. Alright, I guess we're ready. We've had enough stalling. Are you ready to see Kazoku's team destroy Ranger? Fox is going to have to pull a real pretty one for this. Good luck. Gentlemen, we'll throw this all over to our casters, and guess what? Enzo and Dev Morita are going to have fun with this. So
Yang tu usually they just use earplug je. Because they need to isolate suara environment dengan orang tepuk tangan semua, they need to isolate that, so dia orang guna tu earplug then headset. I think you can just even use the small earplug just to put in your ears. I think that's good enough.
That I think is vital to this match is they may have the dance moves that they showed off earlier on East, but what they have on West, Justin Bieber and his mentor.
How's the volume now? It's okay, right?
Usher. That is going to be...
I mean the
So what I'm starting to see...
the live punya audio, okay kan?
And I represent East. So I'm interested to hear what Montreal thinks about this one. Is it going to be the dancing team in the West, or will it be the home crowd of the West?
Well, what we
all right.
Come on. Siapa menang? East or West? I'm going for East.
Yeah, it's a very, very serious match.
All right. Magnus pointing out the number of Ash mains on Team West. Dokeby out of the board. All right, here we go. Another operator that's getting a little bit of change.
Yeah. they're not going to give them the send-off, I guess.
No, well...
I'm a little worried that we haven't seen Blitz banned yet. And I believe I had word that I think the new ops are allowed in this meeting, Kayed and Nomad, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, Nomad in particular, on Cafe, my goodness, there are some spicy things.
I'm looking for some people flying through walls here.
Oh, I'm definitely hoping for it. I wouldn't mind a couple of Claymores. Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Bit of a smasher move.
I gotta imagine the setups are gonna be there. I do love, too, that we're seeing such a mix of teams. And we have the underrepresented regions being played. Oh, no interrogations coming out. That's unfortunate. They're gonna have to actually find them manually. Jackal's still...
hey, that's a, Lion's not been banned.
Yeah, that's very true. That's,
not sure what kind of a gentleman's agreement we've got here.
Yeah.
I don't believe this is going to be a gentle match. These guys, this is for sheep stations, right? This is no, like, this is a serious game.
I hope we see some good skins coming out as well as they have...
Now it's okay, I think.
A variety of choices on this particular build.
I isolate the
that's a clash.
volumes. But Ube cakap ada double voice kan?
Magnus. Alright, so we've got the two Aussies, Magnet Aces, we've got the Japanese,
Waalaikumsalam, Khairuni. Welcome to the stream. This is just a restream of the live game currently on. You can check the live stream at Rainbow Six if you want to watch that.
America, up top.
Good 6.
Alright.
Magnet. Hopefully they can't hear us because that is really going to be a surprise for them.
Oh, okay, that's the ACS-12. Alright, enemy.
Campur-campur be dengan Norarengo
So
ada.
as the developers were discussing on the desk, of course, Bakery is the most viable site on the entire Cafe. It's just so very defender-sided, very, very difficult to attack.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to have to really pull out some serious strats here, but opening up the walls is going to help here.
Oh, Aces, someone changed his keybinds. Oh, no, Rampy.
All right.
Oh, Palu. Sabotage.
I got to imagine they're just going to have to place in their spawn position. Get whatever kills they can. Since it was 100, that's unfortunate. That would be good for more of the Latin American players.
I bet they're gonna troll each other right now. I mean later. T-back semua memang ada ni.
Making some friends.
They may not have hearts, but they're still people.
Out the front door. Looks like we might actually see a run out. I believe this is a challenge.
Dangerous moves here in the clash. Gonna be guarding them.
Tak bagi tahu apa. Ube tak bagi tahu dia apa ni. Mama Khairuni ni. Gila lah tengok dia kat luar. Bodoh. Dia orang trolling kat luar. Tengok. Dia orang main pakai apa dia? Main knife dia tau.
My goodness, he may have lost yesterday, but
This is fun. He's
decided that he's going to take the W here.
Good old waka in the kill.
Ni all star, just for apa fun game. That's interesting.
Alright. Still trying to figure out their keybinds. Typical pro players.
So picky, aren't they?
Yeah. Will we see that to Chunk?
It's really interesting.
Fuse in play as well. They could go with a double fuse and Ying cluster charge through the wall. That would be fun to see. Not able to see and dead. Going back to bar.
Knife to Gila.
That clash play, a little bit of a cheap move there.
Yeah, I think the clash is a little bit OP in a knife fight.
I think 20 hours.
I mean, I would like to see a sledgehammer kill, but against a knife, it's just not really a comparison, is it?
You just gotta time it right. Yeah. I'm sure for online players know how to do that a little bit better.
That'll be a play of the game. We do have the Ying. My goodness, that'll be effective if we go to another knife fight. Not sure what's happening. Don't kill me with me. All right, maybe we're heading back to a normal round.
Yeah, they're setting up some contracts for each other. I gotta imagine the knife's now getting put away.
Tengok apa Changka buat ni.
A really heartfelt agreement between two players, and then
dia nak keluar lagi,
I just hear that piano music.
Hi Dragold, welcome to the stream.
V is the handshake key.
Alright, potential run out here. Who knows?
Dia memang nak keluar lagi ni, memang nak keluar.
If I've ever seen one.
Spaz is an appropriate name for the match.
Alright, alibi. Perhaps we'll see a little bit of an alibi trick. It's happening. Prisma's flying out.
Tengok dia keluar lagi.
That's a terrifying thing, but I believe it's the Huandig.
Oh no.
Oh ni pakai gun, dia pakai gun. Tadi knife, sekarang gun.
Something maybe in a revamp though. Now that we got Clash.
Oh, I just want to see that rifle shield on the pistol. Rampy tryharding this quite seriously.
Got lean spam.
QEC. Foxer finds the first one with the pistol. Oh, it's not a bad pistol too on the Ying. He almost gets taken out for his trouble.
Fox is gonna sneak up. He could get on that turret.
Oh my god.
Upstairs.
Oh my god, Magnets! Oh my god, come on Magnet, you have to do it right now. Yes, Magnet with the knife!
Kena tipu.
Ozzy takes down the Rampy.
Fox with a brutal head.
Oh, really? Draco? Mahal.
Denied.
Oh, kena pergi Dragon eh?
Oh, on the turret.
Ooh, okay, it's a Russian match, paying an homage to Team Empire here.
Fox boring.
And Kishenko, I believe the plant. Ooh, stopped out, now Magnet as well. Palou, the one to make the frags on the attacking side. Magnet
Oh, challenge dia pakai ni pakai gun ke? Tak.
On the attack, taking a lot of damage here. Astro.
Ah, dah dia guna gun je.
No, that's the lifeline charge to clean up Magnet. And wow, despite all of that outside action, it's West.
Yeah. Well, appropriately named to be the lifeline there in that case. For taking it away. Oh, more call-outs here. They definitely want to fight each other. A lot of threats happening. I think this is getting very serious. Wonder if we might have to have security up at the stations here soon.
It's alright, I know the admins will take care of us. That wasn't
so baited. Is that the
By the way, dia punya
yeah, we're all about them bait.
Sound quality memang ada echoish tau, bukan from me. I think because they are doing it live. And what they actually commentating ni actually broadcast dekat Dewan juga, so dia macam tak clear sangat. Dia macam ada echo sikit.
Worked out perfectly for the defense.
I think that was a strat that maybe more teams could apply before the new map revamp comes out.
Oh yeah, I mean this is just proof that that side is in fact viable.
Ambing, aku tadi siapa kau tu? Sajat marah-marah kau tu.
Gentleman's agreement on no finka buff.
Why?
Choice of drug-free environment.
Oh look, it's a family show, so.
Well, they are, I believe, opening up some of the floor to ventilate this bar. It smells a bit.
Oh, tengok gila dong. Lantai tu dah kosong dong tembak. Gila lah.
Attackers though could come from below.
This is exactly what the hotel lobby looked like last night after the matches.
Yeah, this is familiar.
We went back to the hotel and it looked the exact same thing.
Look at that floor.
Nope. That does mean, of course,
tengok, ya Allah. Bogel tu.
I think we bucked the floor. I don't think any more of it's breaking.
That is how you debug in this game.
Oh no.
Suruh siapa tu? Syed Saddiq lah, suruh ambil R6 punya broadcast benda.
I'm sure his teammate though might know this trick.
So yeah, it's a long
E-sport dah ada
range
kat Malaysia kan.
ACS 12 versus the Finca Sausage.
Whose pellets are going to spin just the right way.
I don't think we're seeing any shots landing at the moment. Aces though falling a little bit of damage, but Uno finds the first kill.
Tu Alibai punya shotgun. Gila lah.
No tracks coming out, absolutely working against him because he's not allowed to use his boost. This is an unfair fight. Oh my god. Wow, Rampy. Get revenge for losing to G2.
Gila dia punya shotgun tu.
The supernova. Foxer finally finishes off aces. Magnet once again has to 1v3, finds the first one. This ACS 12, very popular.
Oh, attacker dah leading eh.
Yeah, 1 versus 2.
He's got to play for time. 2 minutes left though, that's a lot of time.
Unfortunately,
the shotgun wins the day.
There you go, that GIGN French shotgun. Aces claiming he would have won if he was playing Ella shotgun. I'm actually surprised. I would have thought the ACS 12 would be better than the SAS-G in that situation.
That's the problem, is those op bans can really throw your strategy sideways, and you really got to prepare for that.
Yeah, I know. I really feel Aces must be feeling viciously hurt right now with that Ella ban, just as Rampy and Nesgood with the Ash ban.
Looks like we're seeing a little bit of teamwork there across regions, which is nice, you know, after defeating them. They're going to work together.
1 person mouse, 1 person keyboard. Yes, please. Admins, please allow this.
Hopefully Fnatic will play a little bit better now.
Yeah, well, look, it wasn't a great performance the other day, so maybe, look, I can imagine, you know, Magnet on the mouse, Aces on the keyboard. That wouldn't work too poorly.
They might have to switch mid-round if it turns out that combo doesn't work. Of course, the
Kambing
shield
kurang
play can help
promo
a little bit,
tu.
and you don't really have to use either that often.
I just love this shotgun
Promo
action.
bengkong dia tau.
Seeing these weapons we don't get to see very often on the stage. Magnet playing mute, no attachments.
An MP5 is now actually rare to see on mute.
Yeah, actually that's a fair point. I guess going where typically you'd pick the SMG or the rifle, we're seeing shotguns, and where typically you'd see a shotgun, we're seing the SMG.
I feel like that headband gives him a slight unfair.
Gila pening I tengok.
He's not even wearing his headphones right now. You can see none of them are.
I think he might play better anyways, just not hearing what's going on.
Maybe they should
distracting.
Maybe they should try that in the quarterfinals next time.
New strats coming out here. You see it first, folks.
Yeah. So this looks like it's
Live ni, live ni sampai rasa dalam 4 jam kot. So lepas ni, there will be new operator reveal. And lepas tu grand finale the game, G2 dengan Team Empire. That will take a few hours, I think 2 hours maybe. Thank you, Mr. Arnab, for subscribing.
That's just a poor use of utility, isn't it?
Absolutely not. Honestly, you should just be TK'd for it.
Well, Ace is
there
with a knife. This isn't, oh my god, what a shot with the Vector. Ace is about to round the corner. I'd love to see a shotgun kill, but no, it's the Vector once again.
Oh, Monty is going for it. He's got 43 meters left to the diffuser. Fortunately, the bench is there. Magnet's greatest weakness.
My life,
looks a bit chilly.
tengok singa-singa mana lah.
Better off inside.
But I'll try to stay until the end of the event.
Think better of it. In fact, it's the 3 8-pack players left on All Stars East, and just
Kalau
Astro
Mastini
from
okay lagi lah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe still.
So semalam tengok G2 dengan Space Station pun terlelap aku. Setengah jam aku terlelap.
Oh, it's a knife, but there you have it. Magnet cleaning it up.
Wow, incredible teamwork. that is what the coach
I like
brought
this
to the team
coach.
right
He's
there.
really
He said,
cool.
you know what, you guys aren't working together enough. I have the solution.
Oh yeah, claps their heads together.
Yeah,
makes it work.
This is how they got that far.
C-spam round. Well, you can always go back into those key binds.
Better than a C-spam round.
So yeah, when you subscribe, you got your name
We didn't really see a lot
listed
come
on
out
top
that
there.
nomad charge there.
Subscribers,
Except for that moment there, I think that was
pergi,
pretty. Oh no, Fox are all
donation.
missed a shot there as well.
Nice to see those.
For Twitch, there's a lot more function kat Twitch.
Okay, that was not pretty.
Ness got Astro's mouse.
Rehost.
Yeah. See if he can aim as well when he can't move. Looks like we could be going for fireplace this time. Mining hall.
I wouldn't mind it. Seen a couple of defense wins. Nice to switch up the bomb side. Rampy particularly excited for this next one. Ness, you can see he looks serious, man. Ranger. Oh yes, we have the dance, the Noah Rengo dance from
powering up.
Turning on.
All right. Well, apparently Corey would be proud.
I'm not sure what he's proud of, but
it's
I'm sure he would be proud.
Spam, yeah. Gotta love those jerseys. I do.
Oh my Magnet.
Tengok dia tibet yang panjang.
Yeah, no. Let's not view these guys in first person.
So,
attackers.
Watching Wonka right now, this is completely normal. This is just how you watch him when he's normally playing.
Yeah, it's actually Wonka. He misspelled it.
Well, actually, his name used to be Wonka. He changed it a couple times. Wonka is
wrong.
Hi, Mr. Broccoli MZ. Thanks for the subscribe.
Yeah, it explains his playstyle,
turn the notification button if you like.
Extra aggression there and
like the
confidence
video.
that comes out. These shields, well, that is one way to use the shield.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting style of mirror window.
Yeah, that's until those new deployment shields come out.
Earphone apa, Alif?
Unfortunately, the spawn peeking here completely working out for them. So
yeah, well, that first one was a team kill, which not a great start for the West, but
still worked out for the defenders.
Yeah, it did work out for the defenders.
An all-important energy drink shot as he taps.
Oh my
coach is playing now. Unfair advantage.
Ranger giving it his teammates a hand. Oh my god, it's a flurry. Nesk, what are you doing? Magnet jumping into the fray as well. Just him left.
You know what? Usually, what I know, this is what they do. They put their punya earplug. Tak ada apa pun, tak ada bunyi pun ni earplug tu. Then they put it like this. So the noise is really deep now. So you can actually hear more left and right position, footsteps, gunshots and everything, direction. It's much more helpful. You can try actually. You can plug in your earphone dalam tu. Then tak payah on apa lah. Then use your headset.
This, I don't know, he doesn't know where he's at, but now he's spotted. Diffuser again, they're really not coordinating the diffuser on these attacks. How often we've seen it dropped, not near the bomb site.
Why is it, oh my god, we're runner from some of
the lari-lari tu?
They're going to just,
oh
what are they doing?
What are you doing?
Well, why
Let me
is
change
it
my camera
always
position.
Magnet and Astro, last two remaining. They're not getting this over and done with quick. This is a whole.
I'm gonna tutup my camera for a minute.
Well, Magnet will win the
Sebab
bullet
they are
sponge, but he won't win
actually
the engagement. Astro cleaning him up with the C8. West feeling pretty good about themselves right now.
Fortunately, those shirts are only so thick, and it gets pretty warm if you wear too many.
Yeah, it doesn't help for a headshot though.
yang what I know like macam Tengu
You don't need to see, right?
dia tak guna headset kalau dia gaming dekat streaming semua dia tak guna headset, dia guna Sennheiser or Boss, I can't remember. I think it's Boss. Yeah, for which is really expensive, but it's really good for gaming as well.
This is try hard mode coming out. They are going to have to mop the floor of sweat after this round.
But I think basically any headset that's really yang ada engine driver, engine driver, that will be really good. But for myself, usually I only use a plugin. Tak ada guna apa pun, just plug it in.
He's always the last man standing. I don't know whether it's because he's just terrified of approaching the enemy.
You can hear much more footsteps, directional.
Yeah, with good reason. You can see how Astro shut him down.
Yeah.
It's alright, I love you, Maggie.
Is that Latin America aggression?
Yeah,
come out.
Classic aggression.
They're baiting it. They don't know if they're AFK. This is the AFK bait. They don't know. They might all just be in the bathroom right now. Fox, though, good thing that got nerfed down to 5 tases here. Still not gonna win either round here. Fox, Doc doing what he needs to do.
Oh man,
stay alive.
I reckon Rampy's probably looking at this and thinking, I'm playing Fuse, and there are 5 people standing very, very close together. I wouldn't just love up to that wall.
What dia buat apa ni?
It's a good thing it's not auto-picking the recruit anymore.
That's a real pity, really. Oh, okay, so...
Oh, dia semua pergi atas eh?
Alright,
on the east. This is clearly a strat. I mean, they've been sweating this out.
They're really trolling. They're really trolling now. Oh, semua masuk dalam ni eh? Gila. Dia semua masuk dalam tu.
An absolute siege, fortifying the objective. Look at that. Maestro devices. How could West possibly overcome this?
There's a fuse.
Oh my god.
No. If they let him get away with it. Rampy, you need to be the hero.
Gila, kalau kena fuse dalam tu mampus semua tau. Kalau semua kena fuse dalam tu mati yo.
And don't these hostages look so very helpless?
It is so cold in that room.
Oh yeah.
They just destroyed the armor as well, so unfortunately only one deployable shield. Rampy.
Oh, dia tak tahu. Dia tak tahu dia dalam tu.
As soon as these guys
dia tak tahu.
Go into the freezer, they're going to have a good idea of what's going on. I think Alu's the first one to realize, but he needs to call along Rampy because surely that's the only way to counter this incredibly potent strategy that East have clearly thought out for months. You can see Kazoku, he's so proud of his strategy.
Oh no, the diffuser's getting planted.
Oh no.
The retake is not gonna happen here. Oh no, the blue's coming out.
The crowd's not happy about that one. East, will they go down the hatch? Oh my god, filing through like ants.
One went astray.
Full on retake strategy, but the first frag's a team kill from Uno.
Not looking good here. I got him at the Nomad. Air jabs are getting me around to push him through walls here.
No sound for East. They're not wearing their headphones, but it's not working out too great.
No, he's not wearing a headphone. Look, they're not wearing their headphones.
Loses the engagement. Nesk with a shotgun.
Sorry, what? Was that a shotgun sledge? Wow, okay, the crowd, it really isn't happy.
You guys are so mean planting that diffuser. Not winning points, just rounds.
I think East are really going to have to get their dance on to step it up here. Kazoku, man, behind the players.
Even he looks sad right now and disappointed.
And that's not something we say very often for these Japanese guys. So animated. Come on, guys, we need you to step it up.
Ranger smiling and laughing, and Kazoku frowning. This is
everything's got
opposite day.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm used to like gravity being upside down.
That's true. Your toilet's flushed the wrong way around, so
exactly.
That does affect your cafe strats. Well, we'll see how it goes out this round and what they will continue to abuse. I believe we do have side switching now, so all the strats should be entirely different.
Yeah, and the castle being brought out once again. Castle clash. You can seriously see
chill and watch
a metagame developing in this match so far.
You joke, but honestly, I would be surprised to see some of these strats in ranked, but that is not the play there for Fox. But we've also got a blitz in play now.
Yeah.
Double shield coming out, well, triple shield if you count Blackbeard.
Yeah, and potentially even Uno as well. It's
It's only left to the shields now.
In fact, we have that beautiful overlay we can see.
That's true.
On the giant screen.
Yeah.
It is in fact a fuse shield.
Well, not anymore. Now it's his tombstone.
10 seconds left.
Fox, could he go for the jump out with the shield? If Fox doesn't jump out a window, this isn't a match.
5 seconds to insertion.
Oh, dia nak keluar ni. Oh, spawn peak.
Very patient.
Spawn peak. Spawn peak.
I mean, he obviously has to wait for them to spawn in for this to happen here.
Yeah, well, don't get much luck out of doing this in prep.
Tak ada orang ni.
Yeah, Christmas market appropriately named for the presents he's about to deliver. Unfortunately, he did not spawn there though.
And doesn't work out so well.
Spawning mechanism.
Bye, Henry.
Yes, well, cool. Doesn't work so well against
Okay,
shields,
yeah, you
but
get to
you
go
can see the train.
sekolah dah pukul 2 dah. Boleh tidur.
Seriously inspired by that last
Thanks for
bombsite
dropping
defense.
by.
They decided they didn't put enough emphasis on the train last round.
Waalaikumsalam
Go for the full
warahmatullah.
train, full steam ahead this time.
Yeah, and we're gonna need the lean spam to come out as well. Enemy blind shield versus shield. Could we see the melee battle come out? There's another shield in play as well from the defenders.
Whack-a-mole. There you
Whoa.
go. Nest goes down. Waka. It's I don't know about you, but I'd like to see some ADSing. This hip fire is just too strong.
I think they're gonna have to play for distance a little bit more here. But diffuser being planted here means at least one player is busy at the moment. Rampy, unfortunately, using the strap flash down. Not gonna work so well as they do the exact same thing.
I feel like we've had more diffuse plans this game than we have in the rest of the Invitationals.
It certainly seems that way. Unfortunately,
Aduh.
that is what happens when you play with Monty. Locked in the freezer, out in the cold.
So here you can see they actually are wearing their in-ears for sound. They're just not wearing the noise-canceling headphones.
Oh no, does that mean they can hear us?
That means they can hear us. Waka, behind you!
To your left, to your left.
He actually just looked left. Not even joking.
It's unfortunate. We're gonna have to watch that in replay slow-mo just to make sure.
Is that classified as cheating? Like, I don't know. Were we seriously having a...
You have to be witting to be cheating.
Oh, shots fired, Enzo.
All right, well, we'll see how this defense goes. As now the score's actually getting kind of close at 4-3.
Gila, hit fire.
We could see this get into overtime.
That said, trap meta is in abundance.
Yeah.
On the defensive side, not something we saw so much from East, but West really embracing that.
Well, they're afraid of the shield rush again.
Yeah.
How do you counter that? Throw every trap you've got.
Oh, funnily enough, East aren't bringing a single shield. However, LMG on Walker, Zafia, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And kill distribution, my goodness, Magnet, he always seems to be the last one up, and he's doing the damage as well. First to reach 10 kills.
Yeah, somehow he's managed to make it work. He's letting everyone else die and then coming in for the last hit.
Well, that's how you play Rainbow, isn't it?
It certainly seems like it. Casual mode activated.
Oh man, I'm so excited to see this Super 90 from Rampy.
Yeah, I missed the sniper 90.
Oh, laju cross.
Could spawn peek with that.
Afif, kau
Yeah,
suka
well, we've
cross
seen a lot of spawn peeks. I
gila.
wouldn't be surprised. We've seen long-range shotgun battles as well.
Well, traps now coming out. Gotta make sure to place all of those though before they get in because 5 is a lot. So there we go.
We have a theme.
Freezers.
Sekarang masuk dalam freezer lagi.
People like locking themselves in freezers.
I'm gonna be a little worried if there's a freezer in the hotel and players go missing. I think we're gonna find them
after the matches
Mongok
tonight.
semua masuk dalam freezer. Tu Maverick ada tu.
This is the worst possible operator. Is that what a knife through the wall, Magnet? How does he make it happen?
The long-range knifing is working. Fire! This is aerial denial at its finest.
Hi LP, welcome to the stream.
They're just making
Thanks for subscribing.
Cooking up the meat for the barbecue, and barbecue coming out here on the attackers.
My goodness.
Ooh, cutlery doing the butcher's work.
Claymore.
I'm not gonna see it through the smoke.
Would love to see that work out. Aces seems to be very cautious of these players. Oh no, Magnet, a pot flash. Is he gonna make good? No, it's a fake flash, and Magnet, Aces might even fall into a trap. Magnet doesn't know which one's which, but he finds it anyway before he's traded back by Rampy. A beautiful 2K. He doesn't need Ash ACOG. He's got a little scalpel.
I think if I was the rest of Magnet's team at this point, I would just stay in spawn and let him go get killed first. Magnet, you need to do something at the beginning of the round, but he is the opposite of an entry fragger right now.
He's the follow-up. He bet your teammate.
Well, that round entry failure.
Oh man, you can see that. That was some serious talk from Kazoku and Walker just there.
No, this was. They didn't even call a timeout, but I guess we're gonna allow that.
I expect, yeah. In order to talk to your coaches, you need that timeout. And look, Kazoku clearly just taking full advantage of talking to teammates. Was that trying to blowtorch each other.
I gotta say though, Maverick definitely been shown to his full this tournament, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. G2 certainly had a strong performance with it, and now Team East attempting to use it as well. Mixed results.
We'll see how it goes this round. A little bit less traps on the board. Still though, abusing that alibi as much as possible, but the first mirror coming out as well. Doc hopefully gonna be able to keep his team alive. But Jackal, he's gonna be able to get some trekking going.
Hipfire okay with shotguns. So there aren't very many shotguns in this round. I believe just the one on Fox.
Yeah. Uno's got to be careful though. You do not want to pick up Fox's footsteps. That is a one-way death warrant. Well, that's all important. It's the budget castle.
Yeah. What is this? Okay, so it's a spawn peak with the. Is that suppressor and iron?
You don't want to know where it's coming.
Okay. So he's fully decked out his P90 for the ultimate hipfire battle, and you can see it'll work. I think it is on right now. All the iron sights, all the hipfire.
Oh, the boost coming out as well, but a little late, and he's not going to be able to use the rest.
Oh no. Uno finds one. Rampy really cautious, but Nesk might be the one to capitalize. He's just waiting patiently, and Rampy in fact finds the headshot.
Best of 7. Sorry, siapa menang 7 dulu lah? Kalau 6-6, sorry, it's best of 12. Best of 12. So kalau draw 6-6, there'll be another 2 games.
Rampy not so keen on that, however. LMG on Mag.
Smoke's left as well here.
It's not a ton of, it's not a great hit fire for the LMG, but once again, the P90 doing some work.
He's certainly taking advantage of those stims to be able to survive this as well. Now it's down to Magnet, last to Daigen. What a surprise.
Certainly is the theme, and in fact, the hipfire does get
You can't interrogate with that character, Magnet.
I think he's just wishing he could play Cav. That ban was really ruthless now, wasn't it? I feel like, yeah, East really copped it with these bans.
All right, well, Magnet doing what he does best, creeping around.
Rampy. I think that was a 3K for Rampy.
It's not working, Magnet.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. You want hipfire, go for P90.
I think Magnet just needs to play shields at this point, so he can walk first and die last. We'll
so sekarang dah berapa
Calling for a timeout here.
6-3. So kalau blue team menang dah game ah. Habis.
It's a good thing they actually.
Oh, coach is playing.
Oh,
the coach is playing.
This is the play.
Oh my! And the crowd is happy to hear it. You know how to wear those things, mate?
Can we get Ranger in as well?
Oh man, Izoku. I have never seen him play a match before.
Well, this is going to be very impressive, I imagine.
Oh, he's going full serious. He's got the noise cancelling headset.
He doesn't want to hear all these distractions.
No, not at all. And that hipfire round certainly was advantageous to the defense.
Yeah, a lot of good test firing, see which hipfire worked best. A lot of discussion still going on, of course, to decide what the meta will be for the next round. And that is something we need more, is teams deciding the meta before the matches. This whole bringing surprise metas.
Well, Emzo, I'm keen to get your input on this next round. It seems like chat's calling for some 361 taps.
I gotta say, this is it's gonna be down to the crouch spam with the 360 taps.
Uno says his sensitivity is too low. I can relate. I mean, that'd be for me, like, you know, in order to make that work, you really are using up the whole of your mouse pad.
Yeah, I gotta imagine Astro, Nesk, and Paula are gonna be the only ones able to pull this off, because Latin America plays with an incredibly high sensitivity in general. So don't call them sensitive.
So, Magnet, we've roasted him a couple of times here, but oh no, Magnet turning
up
the
coach is kena highlight.
First time dia main. He might be able to hit something now.
I don't know. Don't talk too soon, all right?
That's true. It'll be another 2 minutes before we see him in a firefight anyways.
Yeah, well, despite that, he's actually been topping up for his team, top fragging for the whole game. You can see Ranger there helping out Rampy as well.
Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure that Rampy needs that much help, but Ranger's certainly going to try. And this is what he generally does on Rogue as well. You don't usually see it when they're online, but the team house, he just kind of hovers over their keyboard.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an infringement, but yeah.
You know what? It's fine.
Kazoku stepping right into it. He's playing on Walker's PC, I think.
It's
oh my, yeah, it is Walker's PC. So Walker in game is actually Kazoku. Look at Rampy trying to go for these 360s. With this,
practicing this all night.
This is just comical. I can't believe only one frag out so far. Walker finds a kill. That's Kazoku stepping up for the team.
Only they had some better sniper rifles, but the sniper pistol will have to do coming out from Rampy.
My God, you can see how high that sensitivity is. Kazoku coming in for it as Ying. He's ready. He wants to make it happen. Ace is there to help out. The Ying charges as well. Rampy completely flashed. Come on, Kazoku, this is your moment. What's he doing?
Down to a 3v3 here. The miss is a close range.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is where the shotguns work their magic.
Yeah, they really do. Nesk going crazy. Magnet does take him down, and guess what? Surprise, surprise!
Oh, Magnet!
Astro Magnet, the last.
Can we have Ranger just sub in, or I'm sorry, Kazoku sub in for Magnet, so we can actually see some play here?
So Magnet, in Rainbow Six, like you go up to the building, you go inside the building, and then you...
I think he was better on defense.
Yeah.
I think his strats weren't there.
Yeah, sometimes you actually have to move to the building, like they don't grab you an Uber to get in.
I imagine Fox, when he has to go to the bathroom, just jumps out a window to do so as well. Be right back, guys. I'm jumping into the alley.
All right, Maggie. Ready, he's going up against the Keratos.
3 breach charges left, though. We could see before they nerf those, some serious damage come out from those. Just giant explosive band-aids.
Oh, hip fire from Astro. His team didn't make it very far, and it was Fnatic. Magnet's team who knocked him out, and he's also knocking out Astro from this round. Magnet's pretty happy about that one. Kazoku keeping the team spirits up.
So it's
I think Kazoku not going to get
6-4.
dropped now. No roster change
Still
for
match
him.
point for
So
blue team.
all more important this time. So unfortunately, some complaints coming out that one of them was not a 360.
Yeah, I mean, like, rules are meant to be broken, right?
Yeah, well, we could have a prone only this round, what I like to call a shark fight. When we go knives only.
I call it the battle of the snake.
Yeah.
Especially when you grab all shields on the attacking side. Snake your way up.
Oh, shields, yes, that would definitely be. And we'll see how we go with this round. Well, what a fight last round. Almost impossible just to see what they're doing at that point. That's where you need Maestro, just spin around, holding all 8 bolts, flag out. Easy 360s.
We are still on match point. It is getting a little bit closer, certainly closer than some of the matches we've seen on the main stage.
I think they're going to have to bring it back pretty heavy here. So he's going to have to really counter-strap. Prone, there we go!
No!
That is the play from Nesk.
9 out of 10 of the most dangerous snakes from the 2 Aussies on East. That seems to be harming the attempt at snaking for the West.
No, that is definitely what you would call a snake in a different sense. He yielded.
What is wrong, Foxer? Oh, he's...
Poor guy. Look at him. His wrist is broken.
Yeah, I would after having to do 360s for a whole round. Mine would be too.
That's why they had Ranger subbing in for the mouse.
Does Ranger know how to play? Like, do you think he's familiar with this game?
I think he's still giving them strats from a different game.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Poor Rogue.
Okay, so what happens when you have a cup of water and you pour it down? The liquid just kind of spills all over the floor, and that's what we're seeing down at the bottom.
No, this is important because Jackal is in play for Magnet, not going to catch any footprints. They have completely counter-stratted his play.
And it wasn't Magnet who was doing that on Clubhouse in their matches when he was playing Cav?
That's what you do. Use it against him.
Stealing strats right here.
I want to say, I wish you could use the flash on Blitz while prone. Just whoever's standing above you. Oh no, Nesk! So he goes from, he's got 3K so far.
I don't know if you can count the first 2 onto his teammates. I feel like every kill from here on out is just to make up for those 2 errors.
I gotta see these crossbow bolts in action though. A little bit of smoke and fire. Ooh, the LMG doing some work. The pre-fire not coming around that corner, and the area denial coming out here. No!
Oh!
Palu with the older. The snake working out once again.
Oh, we've got some Candelas left though, 3 on board. We need to see those party balls come out flying here before it's over, but Magnet's dead.
Last man standing is Kazoku.
Oh, they
himself.
playing
This is your
apa
moment.
ni mesti
Make up for everything that happened.
merangkak tu. Mesti semua merangkak.
This fight coming out here. Oh no!
Oh my God, Astro.
Got Pokeballed.
Well, oh!
Oh!
Kizoku!
This is like Dizzle all over again. APAC with the coaches. I'm not sure they need players anymore. Just need an APAC all-star coach team.
I know.
Look at that.
Welcome to stream.
Easy.
This is just a
The toxicity
restream.
coming out,
Actually,
those
there's
guys
a
are gonna
live
get banned
event right
soon.
now. So I just restream it so we can, you know, people can watch together with me.
Still match point. One round away from OT, and you can see Rampy is asking whether they go full serious if they get to OT.
I think they're scared.
I thought this was full serious. I don't quite understand what Rampy is saying.
Definitely was from Nesk right there.
Oh, what a Kobe.
That was definitely a lad MC4.
And here's a Latam peak as well. My goodness.
Prone peaks.
Yeah, it worked out for them, right? What it was, all the kills in that round were from Latam players. We're proning around like this.
Yeah. I think this is actually going to be the new strats. It's just proning. Oh, that was not
One-on-one.
Yeah, that ain't it, cheap.
He was trying to put it in his pocket. Well,
I thought he was just trying to, I thought he was playing Pokemon Go, just trying to catch all of the...
it worked, I suppose.
I guess so.
Caught their souls. All right. Final round potentially, or OT. This is going to be what they're calling for the NA throw. that's what happens when you have 3 teams in and none of them in the finals. Feels bad.
Yeah, feels bad, man. All right, looks like impact grenades seem to be a bit of a theme for Team West.
Like duck side spawn.
Yeah, better not use all of them. Oh, could we see a taser kill?
I would love
out
to.
Here? Paula already
PUBG,
taking
I tried
some
PUBG, tak masuk lah kat
dock on
aku.
himself.
I'm more into this FPS
Rampy
kind of
not
game.
having a ton of faith at the moment.
I did try a few games.
West
Tak tahu lah,
attempts to
maybe I
approach
need to play more, maybe, I
attacker
don't know.
spawn east,
But
ready
maybe,
to
yeah,
greet them.
sometimes I will play.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's having a little trouble tracking these footprints.
Nope. No, it doesn't.
Oh, no.
Gila, apa ni? Oh, knife.
Knives. This dock is just going to be floating with bodies soon.
And Magnet and Astro, in fact, trade. So finally, Magnet not the last one standing.
Ouch.
Rampy going crazy.
That shield play absolutely working out for Rampy.
Here on match point. Very, very close defenders.
Oh, the whiff.
So close, but so far. Enemy, the last man standing to save it for his team.
You're costing your team with that whiff. No, again, Enemy throwing this away. Your team is on the verge of losing this.
And it's his first opportunity on the group stage as well. Tasing around the dock, everyone knows that's a great idea, right? Enemy, he sees it, he goes for the 360!
Oh!
Palu goes down!
There's goo mines left though, could set up a circle of traps around him. Looks like he's gonna go for the strats on top of the van here.
This is a dare right here, Fox.
Fox finally gonna jump off something.
It's not a window, but it's close enough, right?
There's windows on mouse cars. I imagine if he could Superman through them, he would.
Oh,
no, on
Oh
top.
no, oh no, oh no, look at that, look
I feel
at
like
that.
this is the
Knife,
ending to
knife.
some grand fight scene.
Mana?
This is something.
This is why casual's getting reduced by
Pening lah tengok.
right here.
Gila
This
dah
is
main.
like the final boss, right? Enemy, he's come so far, but Fox is he's taunting
Oh,
him.
no.
Justin Bieber running away. Fox are playing ring around the rosy. Enemy misses another crucial knife, but he doesn't miss the second. We're going to overtime.
Aduh, overtime
The
pula.
ratio of hit knives to miss knives from Enemy. I'm thinking he might want to play.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
it
know.
doesn't
Dekat
have a
PC
knife.
pun,
I was
I
thinking
tapi
maybe, just take
dekat
a look at that
mobile,
headshot
never play on
percentage.
mobile.
Oh.
I got one dekat
Zoku
PC.
stepping back, putting
I only
Walker back in.
play
They're calling
less
for
than
a
10
serious round
times.
for overtime. This is to decide who has the pride to move in.
It's to decide who's buying drinks tonight, I think.
You guys, Magnet. Once you see the revealer, Magnet he's desperate.
Yeah, this is certainly a desperate lineup from the attack. I don't think East will be earning any fans for this lineup.
I'm waiting for them to put an ACOG on the knife.
Yeah, I mean, it's important, right? Being able, the ACOG advantage that we've seen is just so prevalent, and being able to get that on your close range encounters. Oh, man.
Tadi dia saja yang boring. Tahu dia tadi best tau, dia orang ada apa? Mesti main crouching, mesti ada main
Throwing it in the face of West, saying,
apa tu, bertiarap semua. Ada yang pakai knife je semua. Best lah, best. They trolling each
Ace is
other.
on the blitz as well. We've seen a lot of shield play come out from
Tadi
Ace
coach dia main rasa dua match je. Dua round je dia main. Ni overtime.
Serious round. Anything's possible. That said, can't be too serious if Ace is the only one left with the drone. Fox are preparing these runouts. I think he just feels so at home outside.
I think he wants to fly in real life. And I think this is a little bit safer. This is a flying simulator for Fox. He meant to be a bird, not a fox.
Oh, maybe he's a flying fox.
There you go. That is a thing.
It is indeed. All right, attacking phase has started.
Oh, the try-hard spawn. Because if you die, the yokais are so lonely. No, the risk. At least it's not a knife.
No, that's not a knife. So
Yeah,
I had to say it.
Yeah.
I had to say it at some
Tim
point.
Tam's over here. I had to throw that in once.
Right on.
Kambing dah live tadi. Dia main apa yang Apex Legend tadi ya?
Not looking good. Oh, that is not a window you can open, Uno. I'm not sure he knows that.
He probably is not familiar. You know, I think he's pretty new to the game.
I wanted to play while watching this, but then I can't concentrate, so I'd rather watch the whole thing.
You see they're shaping up, taking it very slowly. I expect a lot of very sweaty droning. We can see Mag and Walker both.
Best of 12, tapi dah 12 rounds, so they go to overtime lah. 2 more rounds ataupun maximum of 3 rounds. Now best of 3.
I do wonder, oh the blitz, but it doesn't last. And Palu with the crossfire.
Now dia main betul-betul.
Aces here, you're going down.
Betul-betul lah sama main. Tadi main-main dia lah.
The S2 in hand. Very fantastic
No, serious.
Gonna land those shots.
Yeah, the way he's potatoing right now, might want to go with the ult.
Oh! No!
Nicely done.
Perfectly
really
read.
close.
That's a cannon strat and a half, and Foxer does in fact go flying.
Yeah, this time to his death. That's what happened. Gravity. Oh, that had to be
that's really good.
There. What a play.
Ooh,
Ouch.
A couple trades there. Palu and Walker both. How is it we're seeing more trades in this match than we've seen in the entire event so far?
Right.
And knife ones as well.
This is shameful.
3v2, it's a possible All-Star East have an advantage in the round count for the first time.
I know, and they were down for so long, but you know what? That's what we see happen a lot of times. These guys end up switching it around. They finally learned all the strats that West had to bring.
Tengok dia
and
punya mouse
Rampy
tu. Dia
showing
main
it
mouse tu
there.
gila cepat
Opening
kan.
up the floor, doesn't need C4. He's got a shotgun, but the plant coming down. Does he know? C4.
Oh.
Perfectly played. Magnet, of course, the last man left alive, even in a serious round.
What's new? Magnet taking so much damage. Rampy MVP. Ranger is stoked. Foxer is proud. And Rampy has won the round for Team West in overtime.
We're going to see Ranger writing that down in his notebook. Next time, yeah. We're going to see NA strats really shaken up.
Yeah, well, I guess it is Cafe, so it's clearly one of the most viable competitive maps.
Well, you know, you say that, but you know the revamp is coming.
I'm so excited for that. I actually didn't know about pretty much all of the changes coming through in that panel. I was so stoked to hear that, and I can't wait for this year.
And we're also seeing some debut Nomad action as well. Some of
This tak ada. This is just All-Star. This is just apa nama dia?
That was such a nutty
Perlawanan
Look at that. How does that happen? That was a trade. Both of those guys landed
ni campur-campur tim-tim yang kalah lah, yang tak masuk final. So lepas ni tim Empire dengan tim G2, that's the grand final. And I support.
Ace is saying he just wants to play Ella shotgun.
Gotta mention this round again, serious, especially for East.
This one is just a mix up of player lah.
The Maverick
Dari tim-tim Norarengo, Liquid, Space Station,
So,
Reciprocity.
Who's going to put the team on their shoulders here? We've seen Magnet do it so far. He's top fragging the whole game, and
So
he
this
has
is
been
just a
for such
fun
a long
game.
time. Which
They
guy
are
on Team East
pro
needs
player.
to step up to even this up?
They're doing this for a living.
Besides Magnet, send him in first. I mean, at this point, at least he's going to be able to set up some utility, but I don't know. I got to imagine Uno really going to pull out the straps here with that shield. Going to last the round and clutch it for his team.
To be honest here, I feel like the two European players...
No, man, not even close to this.
They're so smart, brains so big, so they can't work in such a... Oh my goodness.
They've been playing dari umur berapa ataupun dah berapa lama dia main. I only go into PC gaming for what, a few months? Less than a year. Less than a year.
Fortunately for him,
Sebelum
he does
raya
not pull
itu.
out the pistol in time to be able to get any kind of peeks.
I'm really glad we're seeing a bit of Kaid as well.
Yeah, no, definitely good.
But surely the PC and console, the gameplay is very different.
Yeah, well,
if you play on PC, it's gonna be like this. It's really fast. Memang kalau console lari PC, kejut lah.
I wouldn't put it past him, you know, it's Ranger.
It's what Ranger does, apparently. Enemy trying to, he's not even activating his gadget right now. He's just baiting the drones to him.
Bomb located by attacker.
Magnet, how was
Ouch.
he was alive?
Oh,
Basically 1 HP.
yeah.
That was risky, but
Revive.
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Reset,
I mean,
sorry,
Magnet's
reset.
important for those clutch moments. Rampy
Planting.
going for the plant, though. So risky, but the denial coming out from Fox is real.
Oh, Fox goes down. However, it's all
Yo,
for the defense.
dah plan.
Just
Aduh, tinggal
Palu, the last
satu
man
orang.
standing.
Mati
However,
ya.
we know how powerful this skylight position is when the black plan has gone down. He denies one. 4 more to
Ouch.
go, but Walker
He's dead.
takes him down. And Team East equalize in overtime. Well,
So last
okay,
game.
maybe not. I think I've spoken too soon.
Last
Walker
round.
and Magna having a bit of a disagreement.
Oh
here.
no, the studs. He's at about 1 HP.
Oh, okay. Pardon my throat.
Close round. That was a
Last
clutch
round.
right there and a half. So
Yeah.
that means one final round here of OT.
Good clutch from Walker. You could see right at the last moment, Magnet changed sides. Maybe he wants to move. Maybe he's decided that Australia is not it anymore.
They've given him too bad of a time.
Australia is not all that bad, Magnet.
Lepas ni rasa dia final game.
But he wants better internet.
Hadiah 2 million
Man, you
US
can't bring
dollar
that up. That hurts. That really does. That just
before
hurts.
tax.
I'm
So
sorry, it took me
I'm gonna
about,
take
took me about 300 MS to hear you.
I'm taking back those Tim Tams now. You don't get those anymore.
it's
Could see
the biggest
East or West taking back those
prize
Tim
pool
Tams.
ever
Who do you
for
have winning
this game, Rainbow
It's
Six.
got to be one of these two
Well, I'm definitely not biased.
Before this,
or
it's
anything.
only,
so I'm glad you asked me.
500,000?
But
If I'm not
look, I
mistaken.
just think that Team East seemed to team kill in all the right moments. Whereas a lot of the time, Team West's team kills, to me, they just haven't quite been
Gila, 14
what's
kill
needed for the team.
Absolutely. I mean, Nesk's C4 play,
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah, honestly, I like the idea that Nesk had, but I just think the execution was a little bit off. Whereas when you flip onto the East side, Walker's team kill, it was like perfectly strategized. You know, Magnet came in and he disrupted the flow of the game, and Walker comes in and he says, okay, look, I need to, I'm the one who has to step up and take one for the team. So
I got to imagine at some point we might see, because they're both APAC, we could see players from two APAC teams just swapping sides like that. The team on the same team holding hands.
Wouldn't be too surprised. And
You didn't see the scoreboard as well. Magnet has broken 20 now. He's at 20 kills.
what's wrong with you, Magnet?
This is
Gila,
your best
Magnet
performance so
Fnatic
far
is
in this
20
entire
kills.
tournament.
Got 20 kills.
Oh,
Tak boleh.
mismatch, bit of
This
revenge
game
potentially.
tak crossover macam PUBG.
They're pulling out
PC dengan
potentially
PC,
the game coming
Xbox
out.
dengan Xbox.
Gotta imagine those
PS4
Candles are
dengan
going to
PS4
work
je.
along with the air jabs when they try and go for a flank.
Mati lah kalau orang PS4 dengan
The windows
PC
opens
bertemu.
well though.
Konsol
Gotta
PS4,
watch for those spawn
konsol dengan
pieces. It
PC
looks like there's
bertemu.
one defender near.
Orang tak nak
I'm
main
just
tau.
realizing right here, all of these players and teams rather in East, they're all kind of just beat each other. So Fnatic beat Penta and Norengo beat Fnatic. So a lot of love here in these teams that has knocked them out of a $2 million tournament.
This is how you get them to pull a Fabian and bring the team on stage next time. Ooh, one kill though coming out on a Fox early. Looks like the G2 match.
Bit harsh, bit too soon. Come on, it's just yesterday. It's too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, it's last round now.
Put it on the calendar. Oh, Magnet with the fires through the wall though doesn't land.
Oh, Palu though, he finds two off screen. Magnet also doing some serious damage. He's now trapped. One lonely player in that corner. He's being patiently. That said,
they need to air jab in that right near that doorway so if he tries to come out for the play, easy down.
I think this is some serious team play right now. 3 APAC guys working together to find this player, but Palu's in a perfect position, but he reveals it. He finds it anyway. Is there a refrag? No, in fact, another player from East goes down,
West
and there
is
to close it out. Rampy with the
West
shotgun.
menang.
There you have it. All 15 rounds, no infinite overtime
15 round
necessary.
now.
West completely dominating in a fashion they couldn't do this tournament. This is the win they needed. Now Latin America and NA can take home a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, they won't be in later today's grand final, but they've made their mark here.
Yeah.
Certainly, I think these East guys, it's absolutely heartbreaking. They've been wanting this for so long. You can see, I can almost see tears from here.
That is a match that won't soon be forgotten. Please.
You did that so well. It will soon be forgotten.
Unfortunately. But we're seeing the flags come out here as well. The love between these guys.
Oh, come on. Don't leave him hanging, Magnet. Hey! Didn't leave him hanging. There you go, Ranger. See, look at
He had to be last to even do the handshakes and high
I mean,
fives.
he's only the coach, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Ni yang Jepun ni,
Oh, look at these guys. This is what Rainbow Six is, my friends.
This is it. This is the community love before we get super serious and sweaty in the finals. Just a reminder, while it's all competition, it's all in fun as well. And we're going to go down to Matt to hear about how fun that was.
Tu lah, siapa lah, cerita lah, siapa yang kau kata tadi tu?
So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think our All-Star West and East teams?
Tu laki. Aku Eman tak percaya tau, berbuli tak percaya. Aku sampai Google dan pas dia ada info. Dia mati-mati dengan perempuan, pengkit dia cakap.
These players the chance to do is actually to talk to you. Let's remember what's happened here. We've had a year of competition. We've had 16 teams come to Montreal to try and be the world champions. That's what the Sixth Invitational is. This celebration of our game with this massive tournament underneath it to lift that hammer.
Oh, I want that t-shirt.
Rampy, I know you were so pleased with Space Station Gaming to get here. What do you want to say to people who supported you?
Just thanks for staying with us and just enjoying the game and appreciate it. I don't know how to say anything. I'm not good at these things.
I think you'll get more practice, Rampy. I think we'll do this again sometime.
Rampy.
Kizoku and Red, please help me out. Sorry, Fox.
Kizoku,
we've had a lot of fun with Nora Rengo throughout the tournament. What do you want to say to all the many people who are your fans and all the fans you've got? What do you want to say to them?
Thank you for us and many support, and I'll be back next year.
They're a very good team. Norengo still new. They don't represent Asia, but they are really improving. They managed to get into the semi-final.
Ladies and gentlemen, these players
really close to the final.
Time, coming here to win a world championship, falling before the last hurdle, and doing that
for
your entertainment. Give it up for the West and East, brilliant players. We'll go to a very short break, and then Operation Burnt Horizon is with us.
Yo, new operation will be revealed right after this. After the break, stay tuned. Dia orang nak show the new map, the new operator sekali ikut. Right, I need to go to the toilets. Sikit jam ni.
Discovered. Attackers activating.
Have you ever seen one of those videos where the guy with a microphone goes around asking people a bunch of questions and then they answer? Well, you're about to see another one. How would you describe the atmosphere here at the Sixth Invitational?
It's electric. Lots of fun.
I feel like welcoming.
A lot of hype going around. Exciting as hell. That's really all there is to it. The production value on the stage is completely mind-blowing.
This place is crazy. Watching it on stream and then actually coming here, it's so much different.
Everybody's part of the community. We all want it to grow. We all want to see Siege succeed, you know?
What's been one of your favorite moments today here at the Invitational?
Oh god, probably that last game with SSG versus G2.
G2 against SSG. The final was insane.
Seeing SSG come that close to G2. They were so close.
My favorite part's gotta be meeting Fnatic, my favorite team. I was gonna say, I got him to sign my jersey from 2016. It's just, for my first event, I'm loving it.
Who's your favorite operator?
Oh man, that's hard. I play so many.
Dokkaebi.
Valkyrie.
Ella.
Ooh, I am taking Jaeger. Maestro.
Zofia.
Obviously Buck, as you can see. I'd say Rook, because I'm a lazy boy and I like to just put on my armor.
Have you been talking with people here? Do you get a sense that this is like a community event?
Oh yeah, everybody knows each other and it's really fun. Everybody knows their online name, their like IRL name. It's amazing. It's great.
I don't know them. I met them and I know her through a stream, so it's kind of crazy.
All right, I'm back.
These people in real life that you talk to through a video game.
This is a friend.
Sorry, I just went to the toilet. Sekejap,
At the Invitational tournament.
That's what brought us together. That's probably one of the main things. Brings a lot of different people together. We also play with people from Europe, right, and stuff like that. So yeah.
Lepas ni the reveal of a new map. So every season they will have a new map and new
Ash's
operator.
ACOG being removed on the test server?
Rest in pepperonis.
I don't know what it means, but
Precisa de muita paixão e muito amor. Se você tiver isso, é muito fácil.
Rainbow isn't anything unless you're playing it with other people.
It's more than just a game for us.
Rainbow isn't anything unless you're playing it with other people. Without question, this game is all about community.
O que eu acho maravilhoso é que como foi uma comunidade que cresceu com a paixão dos fãs.
No cenário, muito pessoal se encontra que tem bastante interesse em comum, aí o pessoal começa a fazer amizade, a ficar mais próximo.
Dia sponsor ya, biasalah.
A gente costuma dizer que dentro do Rainbow Six Siege a gente está construindo realmente uma família, porque a gente está sempre interagindo com a comunidade. Eu podia citar inúmeros nomes aqui do competitivo que a gente conheceu através do jogo. A gente realmente se sente como realmente essa família que faz parte de tudo que acontece dentro e fora do jogo.
It comes down to that 5 versus 5, right? With those 4 people beside you. But you can build up a community that's larger than just those 4. You can be a part of a bigger family than that. And, you know, it depends on what route you're trying to take. Depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
I feel like Rainbow Six is a passion. It's something that we have in common, that we talk about with my team, with the girls. We play together, we spend the whole day together. It's more than just a game for us. Para você que deseja fazer parte dessa família, é só estar ali ativamente, respeitar o jogo, respeitar os pro players. Precisa de muita paixão e muito amor. Se você tiver isso, é muito fácil. A gente tem muitos casos de pessoas que começaram como fãs, hoje são streamers, são influencers, são narradores do jogo.
It doesn't take much to be part of the family and to find a place for yourself. Jump in, water's warm.
Come on, new map. National programs. Apa benda ni? Video. Nice. New on the 6. Dia punya apa PewDiePie punya subscriber.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Operation Bird Horizon Reveal Panel. My name is Justin Kruger, community developer on Rainbow Six Siege. And we have a lot in store for you guys in this panel. We have 2 new operators, Mozzie and Gridlock.
That we've been waiting for.
And a new map, Outback. And we are about to showcase all the details that you need to know for the first season of Year 4. And without further ado, let's get right into the details with this short video from our amazing Chris Waters.
Operation Burnt Horizon is taking Rainbow Six Siege to Australia, bringing 2 new operators, 1 new map, and just really a lot of nasty-looking spikes. Now these may look like something a defender would throw down, but they're actually deployed by an attacker. And this standard-issue drone being used to scout enemy positions, it's being controlled by a defender. Seems like there's no better place to mix things up than down under. An attacker named Gridlock is who you have to thank for all those pointy new obstacles in your way.
Wow, what is that?
Mechanical marvels, track stingers. Throw one on the ground and it immediately starts deploying clusters of defender damaging spikes. It throws out a lot of them, allowing you to really jam up a staircase or a hallway or cover a large area of a room. Toss a track stinger through a hatch or between floorboards to exert some pressure from above, or lob one into an area where you know a defender is hiding to put them in a prickly position. And don't worry about Jaeger's ADS. It can't affect Gridlock's gadget at all. Attackers can traverse the spikes, no problem. But defenders who dare to tread on them will have 3 things happen that you really don't want to happen to you in Siege. They will take damage, they will be slowed down, and they will make noise. It's enough to make you think twice about that flanking route. And can you imagine trying to retake a planted diffuser surrounded by these things? That's a no from me.
Holy crap.
But hey, defenders, you don't have to let scary pieces of metal tell you how to run your life. Destroy them with bullets, explosives, or melee attacks. Even better, destroy the track stinger device during the deployment process in order to stop some or all of the clusters from spawning. Keep in mind, though, that all of these actions are noisy, and you risk alerting the attacking team to your whereabouts. And since the attacking team now includes Gridlock with her F90 assault rifle,
whoa, look at that rifle,
M249 LMG, you might want to think twice about attracting attention.
Another LMG operator, oh goodness.
On the other side of the Siege is Mozzie, a defender.
Yeah, that's a trap.
Why bring his own drones to the fight when he can just steal yours?
Shot a drone head on, it's out.
Armed with his trusty pest launcher, Mozzie can hack the attacking team's drones and make them his own.
Oh.
Yup, even Twitch drones.
Oh goodness.
He can capture them in 2 ways. Number 1, shooting a pest directly onto a drone. This is kinda tricky unless you catch an idle drone out in the open or have a little help from Mute. But if you miss your shot, you can always pick up your pest and try
that's
again.
good. So now we can control the drone.
Number 2, shooting a pest onto a surface and creating an ambush. The pest will pounce on any drone that cruises into its sights and hack it.
Ooh, interesting.
Each pest can hack 1 drone and add it to Mozzie's fleet. Once a drone is hacked, Mozzie gains control of it, driving, jumping, shocking,
how many drones
tagging,
that we have?
Parking it in sneaky spots, just living the drone life. He can't pick them up, and if he drives a drone outside for more than a few seconds, he'll lose the hack and the drone will be lost, even to its original owner. But each drone Mozzie keeps in play is a valuable new intel source that joins the Defender camera feed for all to see.
Crazy.
Now, defenders will see a special outline that shows them which drone not to shoot. But attackers will have to look for the telltale blue light to recognize turncoat drones, or bring IQ along to sniff out any traitors. Attackers can regain access to the camera feed of a hacked drone with a Dokebi hack, but the drone will still remain under defender control.
Wow.
From droning more carefully to spot the flashing warning sign of a nearby pest ambush, to looking twice at every drone they see, the attackers will have to burn more time and attention on drones when Mozzie is in the match. And while their attentions are elsewhere, Mozzie is more than happy to take advantage with his P10 Roni automatic pistol or his Command 9 assault rifle with that reload animation Aussies would describe as Ripper.
We didn't know yet. We need to try that next week on
The new map
server.
in play is Outback, a roadhouse in the middle of the sunburnt country where travelers rest and refuel before venturing out into the bush. It's comprised of 3 main buildings joined together in an L shape. Each one has color-coded accents to help you get oriented as you navigate from the garage, blue, through the restaurant, green, and into the motel, yellow. There's a stuffed shark, a rodeo bull, and a host of other landmarks to help with callouts, as well as plenty of breakable walls and floors for our 2 new operators to destroy, using their super shorty shotgun sidearms.
I'm reloading!
Gridlock, the Queen of Spikes, and Mozzie, Mr. Steelio Drone, are hitting the road with Team Rainbow in Operation Burnt Horizon, though they still call Australia home. To stay up on the latest from Year 4 of Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
Changing mag!
Ooh, interesting.
That is your first
I'll be right back,
look at Operation Burnt Horizon. 2 new operators, Mozzie, Gridlock, are hitting it in Outback. And keep that applause going for our panelists here. We have game designer Emilien Lomé and level designer Nicholas Scholike. Now, Emilien, you're no stranger to this stage. You were here last year. How does it feel how does it feel to be back at the 6th Invitational stage?
I am so happy. 6th Invitational is the best reminder we have that our passion is not just ours now. It belongs to millions around the planet, and it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, and thank you all for being here once again to witness the Operation Burnt Horizon reveal. And Nicholas, this is your baby. This is your map that you've been working on for a long time, Outback. How does it feel to showcase it for the first time?
Well, already being a first time on a panel is incredible. I mean, I'm seeing the crowd right now, and it's just awesome. And you guys are awesome. And yeah, I can't wait to talk about the map we've been working on for about 10 months now, and maybe drop a little knowledge on how we did it.
A little bit of knowledge. Let's get right into that map, Outback. Let's set the setting here. Where are we going in Year 4, Season 1?
All right, well, obviously it's in Australia, AKA the land where everything is trying to kill you. And so we got a roadhouse, which is basically on the side of a lonely highway. And it's basically somewhere where you're going to go fuel up, maybe have a bite, sleep a few hours before going back on the road. But now what's happening here is that what we see, there's a convoy that actually crashed into the building. And why is that there is because there's a bunch of bad guys that said, hey, that truck has some nuclear waste in it. We should try to grab it because why not? But what they didn't know is that there's Gridlock and Mozzie that were on duty to keep it safe. So long story short, bad guys try to hijack, Mozzie and Gridlock comes in, stops them, bad guys go and siege themselves up into the hotel, Rainbow Six comes in and saves the day.
Saves the day as always. And now let's take a look at the overview of this map. Obviously we've got a nice little breakdown of the structural elements of it, but tell us a little bit about where the design elements that you put in are.
Right, well, the building is made out of 3 buildings basically. So you've got, and they're color-coded, which really helps people to move around. So you've got the hotel that is yellow, you've got the garage that is blue, and you've got the restaurant who is green. Sorry.
So a lot of visual elements to navigate and guide the player through this map.
Yes, absolutely, and we have some awesome landmarks also that are inside. So you've got the huge shark that is in the restaurant, which by the way, you can throw stuff in it, which is pretty cool. You've got the bull in the bullpen, and all sorts of other landmarks that helps you move around really quickly.
Why is it important to you and your level design team that navigation and those landmarks are in place?
Well, mostly for callouts. So, you know, half of the game is about knowing your map, and that having these types of callouts really helps players to be able to move around easily. it really makes it much more easy to learn as well.
So you have that visual identity, those landmarks to make call-outs, make sure that navigation is key, and it's also a really beautiful map as well.
It is.
I think the art team has done an amazing job.
They've done a phenomenal job, and which is even more impressive is how, since Rainbow Six is a competitive game, it's gameplay first, right? So that adds a lot of constraints to the level designers, but also to the artists. And to see them come out with these beautiful maps time after time again, it's just a testament to the quality of the artists that we have on the team.
Yeah, now let's focus on your side of that equation, the actual level design. Like, where do you guys actually start when making a map like this?
All right, so where we start is the directors come up with a list of gameplay elements that you want to see in the map. In this instance, it was very important to have those 3 buildings extremely clear. So right from the start, we even started designing them one building at a time and then put them together. Once we got that list of elements that we want, we go into research phase. So we get hundreds and hundreds of references from actual roadhouses from Australia, truck stops, and once we got enough of those and we're happy about it, that's when we go into the 2D phase. So we start doing some shape researches for the general idea of the building, how do we want it. We add in the staircases, very important. That's probably one of the hardest things to implement into the map. Then we got our hallways, our rooms, and we decide where our objectives are. Once we feel that we got a nice flow, that's when we go into the 3D process. And that's where there's also the balancing that comes in. And from then on, what we do is we play session, we do feedback sessions afterwards, and we iterate upon that. And
what was some of the early feedback in the internal tests?
That was pretty fun because almost after the first prototype that we had, I think it was Emilien actually, that after the feedback session, he comes up and he says, yeah, you know what? I played it only once, but I'm already able to draw it in my mind. And that really told us that we had something good here, that the navigation was easy to learn. And all we had to do now was to keep working on it and adding.
Right, so navigation was a really important aspect of this map, but
Absolutely.
also, vertical navigation as well, since there are 4 staircases on this 2-floor map. So a lot of rotation holes, a lot of different elements to this map that we're about to go into right now. But that's, give a big round of applause to Outback. What do you guys think?
I'm back. Oh, ingat tua watching.
I think they like it.
I'm happy to see that.
Aku tak tahu sampai berapa aku tahan.
So, all right, now let's break this down piece by piece, and let's start off with
dissecting the
spawning on this map. So let's take a quick look at the spawn points on Outback. What spawn points do we have?
All right, so we've got the fuel tanks, or the fuel pumps.
Storage.
We've got the camping,
yard,
and we've got the storage yard. So
3
fuel pump basically,
spawn points.
Fuel, camping, that's where you're going to stay for the night, and the storage yard would be where everything that's needed for a row house to live, basically.
I imagine there's going to be some interesting exterior fights on this map.
Yes, well, as we can see on the image, the building has a general L shape. So because of that, you're going to see some very nice inside-outside fighting going on between the camping and the fuel pump. Maybe the attackers are able to get rid of 1 or 2 of the defenders from outside. Maybe the defenders could do a few runouts for certain peaks. But we did spend a lot of time to try to get as much of the spawner peaks out as possible.
So you're not going to have to worry about spawn peaks on this map?
No. We spent a lot of time getting rid of those.
Right, but there's going to be a lot of elements outside, a lot of crossfire that's
yes, absolutely.
Potentially happen. All right, let's break down the bomb sites. There are 4 bomb sites to cover on the 2 floors. Let's start off with the 2nd floor. We have laundry room, games room, and party room and office. Let's start off with the first bomb site, laundry room, games room.
All right, so what's interesting about this one is that one of the bombs, the one in the games room, is actually set in pretty much the middle of the 2nd floor of the map, which really creates a big choke point. So defenders can really use that. They close up the wall that pretty much separates with the rest of the building. And the thing is, they might feel safe doing that, but that would be a big mistake. Because if the attackers take control of the outside of that bomb site, they could really start just breaking down the wall and rushing in if they want. Attackers, though, also have possibilities come in from the back of the hotel, so defenders are going to have to check on that as well.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of different interesting approaches to these bomb sites, but also a lot of interesting angles for the defenders that they'll need to hold in order to hold off the attackers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. All right, so that is a look at our first bomb site. Let's move on to our second bomb site. We have party room and office. Tell us about this.
What's fun about this one is that it is kind of smushed between two very large rooms. So on one side, you got the garage, a 2-story with catwalks, and it was designed a little more defender-friendly. The reason behind that, it was because once you take control as an attacker of the garage, it gives you access to this objective, but also another one that's underneath that we're going to check afterwards. And on the other side, we've got the restaurant, who is also another very big room with many fighting possibilities going on there, very nice angles.
Now, I heard you mention defender-friendly. How do you balance these bomb sites in order to make it as fair as possible for both sides?
Balancing is a really fun process to go through, and that's where a lot of magic comes out. Because at the beginning, when we're when we're doing it, what we do is all the objectives, all the walls around it, we surround them by breakable walls. And that's when, during play sessions, we figure out if we got some line of sights going on that just don't make any sense. Are there too many entries, too many windows? Do we need to move, tweak, twist, turn stuff to get something that is more balanced?
Yeah. Now, another thing I wanted to point out here on the second floor, there's a lot of wood floor paneling on there. Tell us about the line of sight floors.
Well, you say there's a lot. Yes, there's about 90% of the floors that are line of sight floors.
Wow.
During the balancing at the beginning, once again, we put all of the floors
very
as
useful here.
Breakable.
And shotguns.
When we started to remove some of them, we realized, yeah, well, no, it works. Let's keep them there and let the players have fun with it.
So that's going to be really key for attackers and defenders on those bomb sites, guarding each side, and also roamers. That's going to be really important. As we've seen all weekend, that vertical gameplay is so important for both sides in order to get their advantage.
Yeah, and I feel that players are going to have a lot of fun in this one with that.
All right, let's move on to the first floor. And on the first floor, we have nature room and bush ranger room and gear store and compressor room. Tell us, let's start off with nature room and bush ranger.
Ground floor,
this one has more a CQB element.
American, they don't use ground floor.
So you have less room surrounding the bomb sites, which makes that the attackers are going to really have to commit into the building for that. You got the entrance for the back of the hotel, also from the restaurant. For defenders, they might think that turtling would be a good idea, but it won't, because like we were talking about, line of sight flooring, the defenders will really need to send some guys up there, because if the attackers take control of the second floor, there's really going to have a lot of death from above going on.
A lot of death from above, and there's also a lot of rotations.
So I think this is
4 staircases
more
on this
macam
map.
clubhouse.
The rotation flow on this map.
Right. Well, the fact that there are 4 staircases is really great for that.
Reinforce
you could
the outside.
Find them, they're easily found, and
the outside
there's just
wall.
so many of them that you're never stuck anywhere, which is great. We used to have 3, and it was all right. But then when we added the 4th one, it was like, oh man, you could just move so easily everywhere. You could go up, down, as much as you want. It's great.
So that's where that element of iteration comes into play. As you're designing this thing, making sure you're finding the best combination of features and navigation
run the test
tools
server on
in
this.
order to make it a fun
I will play the test server if it's available.
Another thing I
and
noticed on this map
do the
is
stream
that
as well.
hard wall in between the 2 bomb sites, that
It's like
unbreakable wall.
We call it,
in
it's
between
a
the 2
discovery
bomb sites.
match.
That's usually not seen on maps.
That's what you usually
right.
call it.
Usually it is always breakable.
But
in this instance,
to try the new
we realized
operators,
during
just
play
get
session
sebab biasa
how
berebut lah. Unless you play with
someone,
the team,
get a headshot 50
then you
meters
might,
away
you
while
know,
both of the players were
you
inside
got a chance
the
to
building.
play.
So I don't know about you, but I would find that extremely frustrating.
Yeah, I don't like getting headshot 50 meters inside.
50 meters away, yeah. So in this case, we decide, all right, let's put this wall non-breakable, but there's a closet right next to it, and we did manage to make that one a breakable wall, so defenders can open it up and still have a good rotation going.
So you still can have those rotation holes, but it's just that.
It's just more controlled. Yeah, there you go.
A little bit more controlled.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up the bomb sites with gear store and compressor room.
All right, what I like a lot about this one is how both of the bombs actually have a possibility of expanding their defenses. So let's start with the compressor room. It has a soft wall that takes you to the kitchen. Now, if the defenders decide to take that, it gives them a super nice view of all of the restaurant and even permits them to maybe block access coming from the hotel on the first floor. And now if we go to the gear store, they can open up the gas store. And from then, now they can take a very strong control over there. There's even a beer fridge in which they could put a mirror if they choose so and see the whole garage.
A lot of fine Australian beer in that fridge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But once again, a lot of line-of-sight flooring going on, so you're going to want to send some guys up there to keep an eye.
And that can't be understated.
Absolutely.
That vertical.
Oh, I just found
on this map is
one
be
thing
so
that I want to
important
show you
when
guys.
You're going to have a roamer upstairs, or maybe two
I bought
roamers
this,
upstairs for defenders. For attackers, you're going to have
phone
to make
holder.
sure that's locked down.
And you know what it's
they
good
can't,
for?
Defend the retake or defend push. So that's going to be really key.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Awesome. So that is a look
Can you
at
see it?
Outback
Like, it's
coming your
good
way
for
tomorrow on the test
controller.
server. Thank you, Nicholas, for breaking that down.
You can
that was
put
really
your
great.
controller.
Just in summary, it's an easy to navigate 2-4 map.
I think this one costs $5.
Staircases.
So I think you can get any other, but the best thing is it's this because
now let's
you
take
get
a look
to
at our two new
your
operators,
stuff right.
Mozzie
Like
and Gridlock
control
and
that.
Emilian.
Your PS4 lah.
We have an attacker with a defender's gadget and a defender with an attacker's gadget. And, even we get confused sometimes as to which one is which. Just to be clear, which ones are which?
Gridlock is our attacker, and Mozzie is the defender.
All right, that's cleared up. Let's get into Gridlock. Who is Gridlock?
So Gridlock is the newest addition to Team Rainbow. She graduates in robotics, but before that, she was born and raised on a farm. And later on, she inherited that farm, and now she has to balance her life between Rainbow, between that farm and the family around her, which is extremely tricky, but she's calm, structured, organized, and she's able to do all of this.
Yeah, she's such an interesting character. If you guys saw the CG trailers out there, you get a sense of her personality out there. Now, let's take a look at her gadget. Obviously, we saw what it does and its usefulness. It's a very basic gadget, going back to the roots. What was the vision behind it?
Well, exactly as you said, there is a certain willingness for Gridlock to go back to some elements of Siege that were there from the very beginning. And those elements that we're looking at are obstacles, and elements that you will place in the map to protect yourself, to exercise map control. Those elements, we all know them.
Not sure how much you have though. Oh, you only have
reinforcement, barricades, castle.
Oh, three traps.
Right? But
and one of that three gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
we'll realize that this
7,
vision
8,
of attack, pushing, defending, preventing them pushed has evolved a lot.
How many
that now, with
there?
the way map control is done in Rainbow Six Siege, we kind of want to explore the idea of grabbing
oh my
tools
goodness,
that
look at that, it's a lot.
Has and see how they would fare in attack.
Yeah, it's not so much of a binary situation here as we've seen over the course of 3 days. It's a much more intricate, delicate dance between the attackers and defenders. It's not just one way in and deny. It is,
look at that.
So much more and circulation around that.
Absolutely. There is the vision we have here is she's a 3 armor. So this is the first time that we bring an attacker 3 armor after the launch of the game. Yeah. And we want to see this gameplay like as a backliner almost. So
Glass is gonna be like really
You will use your teammate to secure the map, but Gridlock will be there to retain control over those areas that you secure. That's her job.
Now, where do you think she shines the best? Is it locking down the site or cutting off those rotation holes?
It's difficult to make that kind of call early, and we need to see how the community, the pros, everyone actually handle the device. But what we see is, I guess, flank watch, very important. You can secure part of the objective as well. You can secure entire rooms if you want. If you need verticality, you can do this as well. There's a lot of options on how you can do that. It's kind of a try that we have here with her, and want to see all those options shine and see which one is maybe the best at the end of the day. My belief usually with that kind of gadget is depending on your team, depending on the bomb site, depending on the map, the operator you choose, you will use her differently.
So a lot of different strategies that you'll be able to cook up. I can't wait to see the pros and the players get their hands on Gridlock. It's going to be really exciting. And also, she may play very nicely on the new map Outback as well because of all those rotations with 4 staircases.
Yeah, I feel whoever's going to be playing Gridlock is going to be having tons of fun on this map.
A lot of fun on that map. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at her loadout now. We saw that beautiful ACOG on her.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what she's equipped with.
So yeah, the key information we have here, so 3 armor, like we mentioned, we really want to see a 3 armor gameplay in TAC and see how it fares. For the weaponry, she has this brand new ACOG, which is pretty amazing, and I really want to see this in-game as well. The few things of note that we have is the sidearm she has as a shotgun. She can make this destruction. She can do this as well with the breaching charge, the new breaching charge.
So the loadout is
and this
F90,
is to low verticality.
the M249,
the other option
that's
you
a
have
assault
is the
rifle,
smoke grenade, and
LMG.
the reasoning behind it is the gadget
the
of
Super Shorty,
Gridlock is
the shotgun,
not subtle.
secondary.
It makes
Not
noise,
bad.
it's visible, it takes time to deploy, and you can get counter pretty efficiently with it by the defending
Gridlock
team.
ni yang ada,
However,
yang trap tu kan.
smoke grenade should be a very valuable tool to conceal the deployment of your gadget.
Yeah, it means a lot of synergies with other operators with smoke grenades to allow that Trax to fully deploy and take as much space as possible.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, now let's take a look at how do you counter. Obviously, it's a pretty basic gadget. You can shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, there is a few options. Again, with this mentality of going back to some original elements of Siege, very mechanical, we also wanted some pretty simple counters to, like we usually have those interactions with electronic gadget and a lot of classic counters, but this time we want something that is like very mechanical. So bullets, melee, explosions, all of this will be able to get rid of the Stinger, Trax Stinger, at a certain cost though. It will make noise, or it will take time, or it will cost you resources.
Yeah, as we just saw in that video, they used the C4 to clear out the tracks. That's a lot of resources wasted in order to just get an open walkway.
That is, but the trick is, if you use bullets, it will take a lot of time, you're very vulnerable. If you use impact, by the end of the round, usually your impacts are already used for rotation. And the last thing that you might have is a C4 that is usually used at the end of the round. But what an expensive cost.
Yeah, a lot of expensive costs, and also all of these things make noise, so that provides intel to the attacking team as well. Locations of where the defenders may be pushing from. So a lot of costs just to get rid of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, now let's take a look at Mozzie. Mozzie is our defending operator. Who is Mozzie?
So Mozzie is the perfect counterweight to Gridlock. Is a daredevil. He cannot stay in one place for too long. He met her during the study in robotics, fighting robots against robots, and from that rivalry, they created this amazing friendship that they have now.
The yin and yang of Rainbow Six Siege. So tell us a little bit about the vision behind his gadget, the Pest launcher.
So here again, we go back in time and we take
so many pest launchers that he has. Only 2.
Drones, and how to make this change from this simple element of attack to bring it in defense. Well, we want someone that can actually steal them, and we wanted to explore this option, like this new way to hack intelligence gadgets.
Right, 2 or 3,
and
1, 2, 3,
exactly
also
that
3.
is those drones, very basic element of Siege, and all of a sudden you have someone in defense that changed completely the relationship you have with them.
Changing the relationship is really kind of the key aspect of this. When you are on attack, you don't shoot drones.
Yeah.
And when you're on defense, you shoot a drone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so
now we're playing with the
drone,
psychological element of that relationship for the players.
Definitely, Mozzie is going to challenge some of the core way we have to play Siege. If you see a drone, if like you're standing there in defense and you see a drone, your brain is not even thinking. You shoot it every single time. And in attack, if you see a drone, it's your friend, no questions asked. Now this is changing. Now in defense, if you see a drone and Mozzie is on board, maybe it's worth it not to shoot it, to try to capture it. And in attack, if you see a drone, maybe it's not so friendly anymore.
Yeah, so really playing with the relationship of, the most basic thing in Siege, one of the most basic things in Siege that has not changed since the launch of the game. I mean, this is really interesting interaction that we're introducing here. But where do you think he shines the best? What do you think situations and strategies players are going to come up with?
Well, there is, I see at least two ways to use Marzi efficiently. First one, obviously, is to get an enemy drone and use it against them. Ideally, a Twitch drone eventually. That could be awesome. The other way is, since the drone generates like an area of effect with a warning zone around it, so nothing as big as mute, much smaller, right? But you can still use it as something to limit drone access, because if an attacker is droning nearby, they will know it's there and they will not get in. You cannot block large hallway like mute would, but you can block much smaller things, like drone holes, for example.
Yeah, drone holes, it's going to be really, really valuable in shutting down drone holes. And, you know, even just maybe one hallway that you know that they like to push down with their drones. So stealing those resources from the opponents is really key. Stealing that intelligence and that counter-intel is going to be really key.
That's exactly it. Like, it's counterintelligence in multiple levels. It's both preventing them from accessing information and eventually using their tool against them to acquire your own information.
It's dirty. It's dirty. I like it, though. All right, let's take a look at the loadout for Marzi.
So the loadout of Marzi is pretty interesting as well. I'm going to spend a bit of time on the secondary gadget mostly, because we have barbed wire, which always efficient, no questions asked, but also slows down drones, so which might make it easier for you to capture those drones, especially if you do not have a mute on the team. The other secondary gadget is a C4, and this is obviously probably the most potent tools in the Defender's arsenal, but at the same time, it's kind of in line with Pulse and Valkyrie, and I understand that the idea of having someone blasting you from below can be frustrating. However, against coordinated team,
oh man, I think I'm gonna done streaming right after.
You know there is someone that's threatening you from below.
I'm just gonna watch the match
create this
offline.
secondary objective that you have to challenge. You have to chase the pulse from below. You have
so
to
the gun is
destroy the
macam
backer
apa
camera.
punya IQ.
Now you
The
have
Commando
to be
9
extremely careful
dengan
with your drones. You have to
Ronnie tak tahu
communicate
siapa pakai.
every single step of the way.
And that's been so important over the past 3 days, where we've seen that verticality become so important, and that plant denial from below with those C4s have been utilized in almost every map, and it's an incredible, useful tool. I love the synergy there as well. So how do we counter Marzi?
So I guess the first step to counter Marzi is communication. You absolutely need to tell your teammate if you lose a drone. You absolutely need to make sure that everyone knows that a drone is around. That's super key. And exactly like when Kavara is interrogating you, if you see your drone being captured, tell them. First counter, then after that, if you don't pay attention enough, well, it's an electronic gadget, so we have the usual suspects. Thatcher is going to disable the pest and destroy it. IQ is going to be able to spot them, and she also is able to find the drone that are turncoats and eliminate them.
IQ
very
is
so very useful on those sides. But I think the most interesting interaction is with Dokkaebi.
Absolutely, this was meant to be. This is our first hacker war between Dokkaebi and Marzi. So the way we handle that in this version is we have Marzi that is going to hack a drone, but if Dokkaebi is hacking a cell phone, she's going to gain access to the camera feed of the drone.
So in the same way that she gains access to the Defender's Valkyrie cams, she'll gain access to the drone.
But she's not stealing the drone back. She's just gaining access to the video feed, which means that she can see what Marzi is seeing, but Marzi still controls the drone.
Right, and in that, there's its own metagame, because you have the attacker who's hacking the drones, where the defender is also hacking the drones, and so there's this like information battle where you're trying to get just the sliver of information. Maybe they know
exactly
that a drone has been taken, and that gives you an advantage over everybody else. So it's really interesting interaction that I cannot wait to see that in action with our players.
Yeah, as well, Justin. Both of them are going to bring some very interesting new things. We're going to try to see how shifting tools from attack to defense impact the gameplay overall, and I'm very curious about the season.
It's going to be an exciting season, and Marzi, Gridlock, and Outback are coming your way to the test server starting tomorrow on February 18th. But we have a special surprise for you, and I don't think this has leaked yet. Are you ready for the elite Hibana Of course, you'll be able to have the Elite Ibana skin with the launch of Operation Burnt Horizon, and you'll be able to play Operation Burnt Horizon, everything that we talked about in this panel, and all the Year 4 Season 1 content that we talked about in the Year 4 Roadmap panel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for sticking with us for another year. This is an amazing, amazing community, and thank you guys so much for everything. Do not go anywhere. Don't touch that browser, because we have G2 Esports versus Team Empire coming up after this short musical performance.
To win it all! Your 6th Invitational World Championship is finally here! 1 year ago, we witnessed here in Montreal the most incredible World Championship final we could have imagined, perhaps beyond our imagination, with such an amazing comeback. Since then, we have had more tournaments around the world, expanded the Pro League, 16 teams qualified to be here in Montreal. All have fallen except for 2. One of them 100 days ago was in Challenger League. They got a bit of attention then. They got more when they qualified for the European Pro League. After that, they have been on an unstoppable reign of terror. Where that season will end up, we will see soon. But right now, 100 days later, that team are one match away from being our world champions. The other team raised the hammer here in Montreal last year. Since then, they have picked up titles from Europe, from Latin America, and North America. They know what it's like to be the world champion, and they will not release that title easily. Our grand final is here. I ask you, Montreal, as I asked you 2 days ago, do you want to see some siege? Do you want to see the best in the world? Do you want this? Then we give to you our challengers for the World Championship. Proudly representing Russia, the machine that is.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna stream the whole thing right now. I think I'm gonna switch off my stream. You can watch it dekat Rainbow Six YouTube channel. You just look for it. They you just type Rainbow Space 6. You will see other live stuff too, so you can watch that one. There's an English and other languages as well. But if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to this channel. Do turn on the notification button. Because next week I will be playing the test server. It will be available on the 18th, but our Asia is 19 inshallah. So kalau ada update nanti I will download and I will be start playing it. Yeah, I think it's open for 1 week or 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but I think 1 week is for sure. So it's exclusive for PC player only, not console. And we'll try to play with that one. Alright, so keep on playing guys, keep on watching this game. I hope you enjoy the game, alright? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Champions again. G2! Kantarakati! Hengu! Fabian! Yunus! Goga! Names that will never be forgotten. World champions now. Maybe world champions again at the end of today. The legends. G2! Two teams remain. One will fall. The other will win it all. For the World Championship, Team Empire and G2.
What a huge matchup, ladies and gentlemen. In front of you stand the two best teams in the world, both European teams, G2